Sørgen fallen venn og slå hans banemann I trennejern beredt for strid.
There we go. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to quickly double check that we have these wonderful people in audio. There we go. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll unmute myself. Hello.
Nothing like a amazing start.
It's not as low energy as
to the
that last
stream.
one.
Oh.
I can't
It
hear
could always be
anybody, but
worse.
they can. You're heard.
Yeah, you could do that classic like frontman thing of like, chat, we can't hear you. Hooray!
Interesting.
Go on, everyone, clap your hands.
Yeah. Put your lighters in the air.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I'm going to just
Anyone
quickly
who's
hand
ever-
over to Kadari, if I may, because or Ange, if Ange wants to do a rundown of the things what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to keep quiet just for a minute while I sort out something that is going to be a problem for me.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'll do it. So, hi everybody. We're running tonight. We're running a D&D session. D&D 5e. Heckna's Revelia. I think that's right. Revelia, whatever. Yeah. And it's been DM'd, GM'd, or game mastered by Kadari down over there. Whichever.
Just pointing random
No,
directions.
That way. That way. I don't know.
To your
Over
right.
there. Anyway, yeah. I'll give you a quick rundown what we're doing this weekend. This weekend we're playing tonight. Tomorrow we have Blades in the Dark, which is being ran by the old man in the corner. Take a pick.
That's
Pick a
you,
corner.
Lloyd.
So we're quite looking forward to that. So yeah, and then Monday it will be actually tomorrow then will be the last official stream of 2020 for us.
Gasp.
So not that
I don't
we're
know, I
too
just wanna
bothered
sleep.
about.
It's too close
Too
to
bothered
Christmas. I
about-
just want to sleep.
Yeah, I think we are all exhausted. You know, this mad idea that took off August, September time, and it just flew, and we are tired, we're exhausted, COVID's exhausted us all, work's exhausted us all. So, yeah, I think we are going to be having a week off and taking some time out. There might be some, I think me and Andy at some point will be bringing Ange and Andy back to do the cruise ship. So yeah, so we will be doing that at some point. And Lloyd has had some murmurings about a Christmas one, but there's no pressure there. If we do it, it will go, and you'll get a last minute thing saying, just go with it. And that's how we're going to run. We are in talks at the minute, which has not been confirmed, of setting up just for our community on Discord a bit of a month. Let's play Minecraft. You all voted on it. Minecraft ran. And we're going to be doing that. And everyone's talking about these strange mod things. I've got about 4 hours on Minecraft. So, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just run around and plant flowers.
Oh, you sweet little child.
Everyone has to live with
I
their
mean,
decisions.
my idea, I always have these ideas which are usually not achievable. But my idea was to all build a town with different shops and other things and houses and stuff like that. And then one big mansion. And then somebody could run a game from the town.
I thought that was
That
going
was
to
my
be like,
idea.
they could build a town, then they could build a mansion, then I will live in the mansion.
Yeah, no.
And everyone else will be my peasants.
That goes without saying that the big mansion will be my mansion. But
Does that mean you have to run the game?
But no. What made me think about it was that a long time ago we did our D&D game. We went into a mansion and it was a big party happening and things like that. And meanwhile, the geeky granny nearly got us killed by snooping around and opening things that she shouldn't have done.
Shouldn't go snooping around other people's mansions.
So I don't know. I don't even know if Minecraft can do traps and things like that. But I just thought how cool if we could do something like that. We could design it and then rent it out to people to use as RPG games.
For your first time playing Minecraft, you'll say, no, you can't set traps. It's impossible.
Yes,
All right
sorry, I
then.
misspoke.
And then you'll.
Yeah.
Wink.
So yeah, it's a very ambitious plan because I have no idea how to run it. But there you go. I have these ideas, and I always turn around and go, "We will try it."
True.
It'd be good
I
fun
do.
regardless, whatever we do on it. It's always a good laugh
Yeah.
on Minecraft.
Yeah,
So
and for a
we're going
month
to
as
set
well.
it up anyway. Yeah, so we're going to set it up hopefully. And IMT did put a poll up, some lots of words and things to do with
Mod packs.
mod things. No idea.
Mod pack. I had to say,
So,
I
yeah,
quite
that
like the look of some of Trolls's mod packs that he had suggested because they were kind of RPG in flavour, building towns and stuff.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. But it's all to play
So
for.
anyway,
Jump in the
that should
Discord,
be up-
aye.
Yeah, jump into the Discord if you want to join us and come along, and just jump into Discord, and hopefully we'll have some more information on that tomorrow. And that's pretty it, really.
Yeah.
And then January is going to be filled by soon.
Yeah.
And I
Whatever
get
that is.
yeah.
I'd like to see Angie run a D&D campaign, or just a campaign. But like, you're at a place, there's some things, there's some words on the wall. There's a thing that's coming at you with a pointy bit.
Yep.
No, I agree with Lloyd. I want to see Andrew run something. Because we all know she won't care about the rules, and then it'll be more fun.
Yeah.
No rules.
Just ignore all the
roll
rules.
a die. Yeah. Am I going to hit? No. Roll a dice. We'll decide.
Roll
It's like a
dice, and
cut-down
it's if
version
the
of
DM
Master.
feels like it.
Yeah.
Does it work? Nah, we'll see.
So
How
just
nice
like
are
any
you
other
to me?
D&D game.
Yeah. Make the rules up as I go along. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's basically it. So back to Croy. Now he's fiddled with his bits.
Yeah, I got
Sorry.
my bits lying in the right
Yeah.
place. They're all in the right place now. All my bits. I'm glad to say. Delighted about that. So we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and this game of Dungeons and Dragons is notable because I haven't played as a player. I haven't played a game of Dungeons and Dragons, so for me, that's interesting. Not since I was like a uni. So
Ever in your life.
let's just pretend that's true.
That was
Let-
AD&D, right? Back in-
Don't
Yeah,
laugh.
40
I've still
years
got the
ago.
books in my bookshelf. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, so have I. So,
And the monster manual.
I
the
haven't played
magic
D&D as a player since I was in university. By the way, I graduate next year, but who's counting?
It's been, let's see, 90. I graduated in 98. So there you go. Whatever the math is. And I played in probably 95, maybe? 90, 96, something like that. Yeah, there you
How
go.
old are you?
Will somebody please kill Lloyd really quickly?
wait, the character or the player? Because I can choose one of those things.
Yeah. Well, let's not be choosing.
I can't
Let's
kill
do
Lloyd. I
both.
can't go over the borders of Scotland. It's illegal. But, I can kill his character.
And Croy can't do it either because he's in a different tier zone.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There's a regional council that's separating us.
All your
Um,
plans have been foiled by COVID.
I'll hack
They got-
Just Eat.
Yeah.
The next time that you order some pizza, smell the strychnine. It'll be fine, Lloyd. Don't worry about it.
Like, smells faintly of almond.
Seems perfectly normal.
Yeah, it's unusual for pizza, but I might not
I like
have
almond.
pineapple on their pizzas.
Yeah, I have marzipan, apparently.
Yeah.
You know
Marzipan dessert pizza.
pineapple and pizza. I think we've got a game to play. So this is a D&D game, and I think now the floor is Kadari's. Do you want to say? Do you want to say anything before we start, or do you want to just dive right in?
I don't see the need for words. Let's just dive right in.
Yeah, and not use words.
And not use words. You can all make like sign language. I will have to use words because I can't control the hands of this character.
Oh, that does put you at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're on.
So let's start at the start. We'll be alphabetical. Amaryllis, would you like to describe your character?
So Amaryllis, she is a 5'5", sort of slight of build halfling. She is very pale and notably has a rapier on her belt. She doesn't seem very impressed with how she got here, and she's holding this ticket looking around. looking slightly miffed. And the artwork speaks for itself, I think.
And you find yourself, Amaryllis, strangely, moments after taking this piece of paper out of the pocket of the gentleman you marked, you look around and mist all around you, some sort of forest. Where's the city gone? You were on the streets a second ago. Now, just mist, but off in the distance, a red light, a large red tent. Mystery. And Eberk, dwarf. Do you want to describe your character? Do you want to unmute yourself and then describe your character?
He is old, grumpy, smelly, and a little pet mouse lives in his beard.
I like it. And Eberk, you were walking the streets and just looking for food for your mouse, but strangely, the streets are gone. Just mist around you, a deep forest. You are not happy with this. But ahead of you, a light, a red tent, perhaps a way back to the city. A way to find some food for the mouse. And Moko, would you like to describe your character?
Moko is about 5'6", mostly dressed up in leathers, with a hooded cloak, lots of sort of bladed implements and easy reach, and he wears a mask which kind of covers his identity, but also like the sort of lots of like horrifically scarred tissue underneath. Generally, I don't know, it's a bit darker personality.
And, you know, anywhere you go, you can always find a mark, find someone to steal from, someone to kill. But strangely, a forest, strange mists. You aren't sure how you got here, but certainly there'll be someone for you to kill or steal from and then kill. Sure, you'll find some options. And Raska. Your image hasn't uploaded properly, that's awkward. Would you like to describe your character while I fix this image? Are you also muted?
Is a giant of a Goliath. He's a Goliath. He is, I think, 7'8" in size. But he has spent his time and life in service of his tribe, performing a very important function, and lives as the hermit of the tribe. He has spent a huge amount of time in solitude, and really doesn't quite have the knowledge of being part of alongside people, but is intelligent. But as most Goliaths, still very much strong, but exceptionally undexterous.
And Raska, you've had a vision of sorts, a message. There is danger to your tribe ahead, and the message, the vision leads you, and as you walk, mists form around you. A forest, it's not your home, it's not nearly your home, but a deep red light ahead, a red tent rises through the mists ahead of you. Perhaps that is where the evil can be found. And rounding us off, Timeless, would you like to describe your character?
Ooh, well, greetings, traveller. I am Timeless Kathleen. Selling quality products is my game. Whether it be a healing potion or a tonic for preventing bedwetting, I have what you need. You can probably tell from my regal bearing and fine clothing that I am a very successful businessman. Although you may have heard a vicious rumor regarding me recently being chased out of town over a misunderstanding regarding a noble and a salve to relieve hemorrhoids. It's all down to the application, I swear. Besides, have you ever met a tiefling you couldn't trust?
And Timeless, always eager to find that next sale, that next deal. And perhaps here you can find someone who will buy products from you. You're not sure how you got here, but it looks like willing customers ahead. So, each of you find yourselves in your own way, wandering through the mist, wandering towards this large tent, this large gate at the front of what seems to be a massive circus space. And as you approach this space, you see a great metal archway, bright illuminated letters that spell out, "Welcome to the Revelia." A veil of deep red velvet fills this archway, and each of you walking up to this space notice 4 others approaching it at the same time. You meet each other outside this veil, this archway. Who wants to go in first?
Looks friendly and welcoming, right?
It looks absolutely friendly and welcoming. There's definitely customers behind there.
I am going.
And there's also customers right here.
Oh,
Does everyone on the other side of the arch look happy?
You can't really tell for the most part. There's a curtain that falls in front of the archway, and occasionally someone walks past you, splits it open. Everybody inside seems happy. There's bright lights, red and yellow lights. There's lots of cheers, lots of noise, a few screams. Happy screams. Probably happy screams.
Accursed mist. Where is this nonsense place? Where is the grunting, pointing man pointing in my direction?
I believe it's because you are speaking.
How did we get here? I don't want to come here. I didn't ask to come here.
Could be worse. You could have been brought here not on your own volition.
I was in town looking for food.
I was in the
Perhaps
woods.
you were brought here by without your consent.
This place is not good.
Too happy.
Thank you, my tall, verbose friend.
Who are you?
Who's that that?
I look to my
Wherever.
to my left and see the lady.
You can
Amaryllis.
call
You are?
me Amaryllis. If we are going in here together.
Oh.
And what may we call you?
You're back.
Excellent.
Oh, we're here. Might as well go in. Find some food. Seems like we can go anywhere
Perhaps.
else.
Perhaps inside we'll find our way to return. I'm untrusting of a place that would abduct people in the middle of their ventures, obscuring, I guess, magical mist.
It seems friendly enough. I don't know what you're worried about. Let's just go inside and see if we can. Besides, I'd have no real desire to go back the way that I came. So, my name is Timeless Kathleen, purveyor of fine goods.
What kind of goods?
Potions, tonics, salves.
No need for all that stuff.
Are you interested? Perhaps, madam.
No, I think she's had her fill of snake oil for this day.
Snake oil? You offend me, sir.
I believe I will pass. You never know what I would need my gold for up ahead.
We're going in or what?
Onward. I think that's the only way we're going to find answers here.
Yes, that does sound correct. I'll walk through the curtain.
Yeah, let's go.
All right then.
I'll go after.
So, Amaryllis leads you through this curtain. Some of you just trying to get to places, some of you looking for places. Croy is apparently looking for something on his ceiling, and it's really distracting me, honestly.
They're in the goddamn walls.
I thought he was looking at us, but then I realized we're at the bottom of the screen. So he's just a crazy person.
That makes sense. And
Awesome.
stepping through the velvet, before you see a wondrous, vibrant carnival. Glittering Ferris wheel rotates some distance ahead. Sweethearts walk past hand in hand, munching on delectable treats. A collection of strangely dressed clowns and figures roam through the crowds. There are many tents ahead of you, most emblazoned with colourful signs of various sorts. In the distance, a huge castle looms over the carnival, atop which the red tent you'd seen from outside. Large letters that you can read from here spell out Heckna's Funhouse over the facade of a clown's face, painting an enthusiastic expression with eyes wide, mouth open. And as you walk in and walk about this space, looking up at the funhouse, the eyes of the clown seem to follow you. But that's some distance away and surely nothing to worry about now. It seems the first thing ahead of you is a small ticket booth. A small queue in front of it. Clearly, everybody's picking up something here. And
Is there the ticket booth? Is this for entrance into this carnival?
it certainly appears to be so. You see people walking through the veil ahead of you or behind you. Join the back of the queue. The queue currently 3 or 4 long. And you see people walk up to the front of this booth. They receive a small red bundle from somebody inside and walk off into the carnival to pursue whichever goals they prefer.
I'm going to ask why we're here.
I'm going to join the back of the queue.
This is horrible.
I agree. But I want to know why I'm here.
Best to make the most of it
Can we
while
just-
we're here, no?
Can we just flag someone down who's walking around and be like, what is this place?
Yeah. The first person you see?
Yeah.
Just pick anybody?
I mean,
Okay,
I
make
just-
me a
I
perception
can't.
check.
Oh, gee.
Go on.
I mean, yeah. Unless some of them stand out in particular, I'll just be the first one.
Not necessarily. It's a mix of, people enjoying the carnival and people dressed as clowns who seem to be working the crowds, but
No, it's 11.
you take a look around, you don't see anybody specifically more or less useful to you. So you grab the first person that walks past and you ask them what this place is. He looks at you and goes, "This is the Revelia. It is a place of wonder, a place of fun. Get some tickets, join the fun. You will have much fun here."
I doubt
Oh.
it.
There you go.
Everybody has fun here.
A place of fun. Surely even you can find something interesting, my erstwhile friend. I say, looking over at Ebert.
I'm not paying for something I didn't ask to come to.
It might cheer you up a little bit.
I'm happy. I don't need cheering up.
Oh, you might want to tell your face that.
Rude.
Sorry?
Need to keep it in character, guys.
Okay, that one got me. And Morko, as you finish questioning this person and turn around, you see one of your new companions, Amaryllis, nearing the front of the queue now. And Amaryllis, as you walk up to the space in this ticketing booth, you see a figure, a strange, broken marionette hangs from the roof of this ticketing booth. And dressed in a frilly pink and white dress and her hair curled into impeccable ringlets, but the mask or the face on this marionette badly damaged. And as she looks up at you, she goes, "Oh, just you, just one?"
I believe we are a party of 5.
Okay, 5. And she starts to pull. You see ribbons on her dress. And as she picks up one of the ribbons in her hands, you see it's actually divided into sections. And she tears off 10 of these tickets, 10 sections, and hands it to you. And then she tears off 10 more and hands 10 red tickets to each of you.
And how much does it cost for this? Join this little soiree.
Your entry is already paid. You got through the door. You have the tickets.
It just seems to be getting better and better, doesn't it?
What is there to be seen and experienced here?
Oh, many things. Great funds. Over there we have a petting zoo. She points to a wagon nearby. Over there we have Lost and Found. If you lose anything, you'll find it there. If anybody else lost anything, you can also find it there. Sometimes you can find things that weren't lost in the first place. And over there we have some food. And over there we have some games. Oh, you should probably try to find rooms if you're going to be here a while. You should go to the hostel at the end there. She points off towards a small building further down
I'm
the path.
sorry, you call this the
hostel.
Or the hostile hostel?
Yes.
Sounds like a charming place.
You should
Yes.
fit right in. I point at Eberk and the giant.
Definitely. You all look like you'll fit in at least one of the rooms. Maybe 2 of the rooms for the big one.
What are you?
I'm Polly.
Pleasure to meet you, Polly.
Yes. Move along, please. There's more people in the queue.
Hello, Polly.
Hello, large man.
I just stand looking at her.
She looks at you for a few seconds, and then, after it seems you're not going to move, she pushes the little pile of tickets towards you and goes, "You have to move, sir. There's more in the queue."
Oh, okay.
Don't forget your tickets, sir.
Right.
I step up and peer up to her and say, "Why am I here?"
Well, surely you're here because you have tickets. You're here to have fun. You're here to enjoy the time.
No. I was in town and now I'm here, and now you're saying someone's paid for me. Who? I don't want no rich folk paying for me.
Well, then, it was probably not a rich person then. The only people who get in here are people who want to be here.
Do you ever answer a question?
Very rarely.
How long have I got to stay?
You can leave whenever you want.
Oh. Any
And one
food
does
in here?
that by... How does one leave?
Well, you just walk out. She points back towards the archway.
Is there free food here?
There is many food here. Some of it is free. Some of it will cost you some tickets.
How many tickets do we have each?
You have 10 red tickets each.
Fine, whatever. Walk off, following the big grey man.
Yeah. I'll take the tickets and join the rest of them as well.
Yeah.
Let's find some food. Oh, we got to find... Well, free food, free accommodation.
So
Don't
on our
need sleep
to-do
in.
list, food and accommodation, and then since we are here, we might as well have a bit of fun, see what there is to do.
I'm not
Yes?
sure. Some of us seem to be a little bit beyond that. Still.
Well, be on your toes.
Take it none of you were expecting to find anything out here. Where are you from?
Well, before I got here, I was relieving a gentleman of some of his goods down a high street in Baldur's Gate, and then poof, here I am.
Oh, that does sound very mysterious.
I saw something like this place, but it was not as horrible as this place is.
I admit that some of these attractions seem a little run down. The marionette, for example, but horrible.
It is loud
Oh,
and obnoxious. I came from the mountains. It's quiet there,
yeah.
peaceful.
It's a lot of fun to be had in the mountains, I assume.
Do not need to have fun. We are Goliath.
Yes, then I think the hostel is precisely your
Yeah.
type of venue, my friend.
Maybe other Goliaths have fun and tell you not to.
Or perhaps their fun is in pretending they're not having fun to you.
I am their seer. I watch over them without seeing them.
I'm not sure I
Sounds a
understand.
bit like a voyeur to me.
Well,
Anyway,
look, we're here. We may as well make the most of it, I suppose.
Something's not right in this place. I have foreseen it.
right.
Much danger from next village, eh?
Well then, shall we find something to eat before our dwarven friend gets any more aggravated?
Food, yep, let's find some food.
And walking down this path looking for food or attractions, but mostly food. The first place you pass is this small gazebo. A sign outside reads "Lost and Found." Seems to be a collective of foods and random bric-a-brac on tables and gathered outside this space. You see a small, seemingly a man about 3-4 feet tall with dark feathers across his entire body. Some sort of crow head and beak. A couple of you may have seen Kenku before. In that case, you may recognize this as a Kenku. The others among you aren't sure what it is, but it looks interesting, and it seems to be selling food.
And this is Lost and Found, is it?
Yes, this is... The Kenku appears to be serving at Lost and Found.
Okay.
He sits on a small stool next to the table, and occasionally people walk past and he discusses things with them and hands them an item.
I wonder if the bird is lost. I wonder if the bird is lost.
How does this place look? I mean, with the marionette look to be in pretty bad shape.
The marionette
how are
looked
they?
very broken, but
Yeah.
as you look around, the Revelia proper, for the most part, seems... It's brightly lit. There's a lot of bright colours and fabrics about the place.
Mm.
Make a perception check as you look around, and you start to look at these bright lights, bright colours, fabrics hanging over tables.
Oh.
I mean, it looks very bright, very distracting, and you've seen distractions before. You know, you're not always working above the table, but nothing seems to be a direct distraction here. It's all pretty lights, pretty colours. It's attracting people.
Us.
It's attracting you.
I think I shall peruse this man's wares, or this Kenku's wares.
Very well. And as you walk towards the Lost and Found, you see another man ahead of you walks over there and has a small discussion. Takes a staff from the crowman. Oh, 1 second.
Looking.
Takes a staff from this Kenku and hands him what appears to be a severed arm.
Okay.
1 second.
Did he appear to be missing an arm?
No, he had both his arms.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I suppose when you think
finding
about
it for
it, he
somebody
had
else.
3 arms.
Apparently had no use for the third arm.
Precisely.
I just left it laying around somewhere. And...
I will just be a moment because I'm trying to put you onto this new map and some of your tokens have not been assigned properly, which is entirely my fault, but I need to fix it.
Raska just stands and just keeps pivoting his head, and he turns his feet. He just turns 90 degrees, and then he turns 90 degrees, and then he turns 90 degrees, and he's just sort of doing that, just repeatedly, just turning in circles and just staring at everything.
I'm just going to stand and watch him with a quizzical look on my face.
It's very dizzying watching him.
Yeah, you just feel like, bet you a few silver pieces, he'll make himself dizzy.
He seems like the
Just
type
take
to have
bet.
done this before. No bet.
He looks like he's rotated around in a spot before. Like there's some kind of tell that he's got experience doing.
And you hear him grunting just every so often, then pointing at something.
And as you watch Raska spinning in circles and pointing, you catch note that Timeless has started wandering off towards this tent, and Eberg, in search of food, seems to be following.
I'm bustling over. Search for some food.
As you approach the tent, you see this Kenku holding this severed arm, and suddenly the severed arm leaps out of his grasp and starts to attack him. It slaps across his face, jumps back and scuttles along on its fingers, slaps across his face again.
I'm going to go watch that. That sounds a lot more fun than watching it.
That sounds fun.
And as you start to move forwards to get...
If you see anything, let us know.
As you start moving forward to get better seats on this, the Kenku yells out to you, catching you in his eye. Help! Help! Help me! You see the hand slaps him again.
Does my divine sense pick anything up?
This hand is definitely not okay. Let's put it that way. It is undead, which you can probably tell from the fact that it's a hand that's moving around on its own. But it definitely registers as undead to your divine sense as well. The Kenku is not undead. The Kenku is a Kenku.
So I immediately, when I turn 90 degrees and see that, I immediately start striding forward towards it.
Yep. So as you start
of the
striding
show.
forwards, you see a couple of your party seem to be just watching this. And, it's entertaining. There's a bird being slapped in the face, but it's an evil hand and must be killed.
But
Yeah.
it is also But it is also a funny hand.
True.
This is the dilemma. We also
But-
don't know that Kenku might be more evil than the hand. So now we have to pick between the lesser of two evils.
Right.
I
So-
think Timeless is just confused as to whether this is actually part of a show or not. And so he's just observing, standing back, observing what's going on.
I
And
just
as you're-
say, I want some food.
The Kenku is not food. The hand is also not food. But there is
Raska.
food on the table.
Raska says,
We should probably help this bird. And I'll start
One of
pacing
many
forwards.
yeah, I'm still moving forward. I'm ignoring these other guys, just walking straight towards it.
All right, then. And as you move forwards towards this hand, everybody roll for initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
Begin this
That'll be
encounter.
good.
Before anybody gets too close to the slapping hand.
Yay, -2.
there we go.
wow.
Ouch.
Oh dear.
It's a lot of dice on
What
my
a
screen.
rubbish set of numbers.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, we all go before the hand, so technically they're all good.
That's true.
It's very handy.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And as you...
Is
Go on.
is there anybody else about that's watching this? Just checking. Yeah.
Not nearby. You saw the last person here was the guy who gave him the hand, and that guy seems to have taken off at quite a speed. There's a couple of people in other parts of the jamboree, but nobody directly around here.
Mm.
And you watch as Raska steps closer. The Kenku, trying to flee this hand, starts to dart away behind some sacks here. And Amaryllis. You see this Kenku darting away, and you are the first to react.
Amaryllis will pick up speed and rush up to the hand, drawing her rapier as she does, and will cast Booming Blade as she goes on her blade, setting it to vibrate very subtly, and will try to stab at this hand.
All right, then.
14.
And you will hit the hand with a 14. And stepping forwards with your sword drawn, you whip out and stab at the hand. How do you want to kill it?
Oh,
It's a hand. What did you expect?
I will
It's
just
not the hand of many hit points.
I would just pierce the hand through the back of the hand to the floor and wait for it to stop twitching.
Yeah. You pin the hand to the floor, and after a second, it stops twitching. One of the fingers falls off. And a couple of seconds later, the Kenku pokes his head out. Is it dead?
I'm shouting, I'm not paying for that.
But is it
seems
dead?
To be dead. Yes, it seems to be dead again.
Okay.
Is my
Thank you.
divine sense showing that it is no longer?
It is no longer undead. It is dead.
You did good things there. Well done. You're a warrior.
But thank you, I suppose.
And as the little Kenku pops out and walks up to you, he looks at your rapier and goes, "Ooh, that's a shiny blade."
And it shall remain on my person. And I'll sheath it.
You don't want to trade? I could give you
Not
many things
today.
for it. I could give you... He looks around for a second. A hand? He picks up the dead hand.
I'll just stare at him.
Not a hand. Okay. He'll just toss... He tosses the hand away and it lands somewhat inside his tent. Okay, well, I could give you some oranges or some apples.
My stomach does not settle well with oranges. And I'll take a couple of steps away.
Hard ones, please. Oh, you're leaving. Okay, then. He spins to Raska and Eberk. Hello. Do you want to trade? Oranges? Apples?
Why do you have the death that climbs in its own way here with you? Why?
The hand? I just got that in the trade.
Who traded it with you?
That guy. He points off down the path and you don't see anybody. Oh, I think he's gone. Do you want it?
Yes.
Okay, then. He goes and picks up the hand and comes back to you. That's 2 tickets.
No. I will dispose of it for you correctly.
That's not how trading works around here.
Give me the hand. I will see that it is not crawling on your beak again.
But it's not crawling now. It's got this nice hole through it.
Friend,
try
you
my
say you
patience.
didn't trade. I helped save your life. Therefore, I would like to purchase this hand with your life. Give it to my friend.
That seems like an acceptable trade to me. And he lofts the hand at you, Raska.
And I walk away from him with the hand in my hand.
You don't want to trade anything else? Okay, then. Bye. He looks at the rest of you. Anybody else? Trade? Anybody trade?
Well,
No, free food.
You just got a free hand. You can't have free everything.
We was told free food.
Oh, well, very well
I
then.
don't believe it we're told it was free food.
He picks up an orange out of one of the sacks and hands it to you. Free food.
One for my friend, and my little mouse sticks out his.
That's a lot of orange for a little mouse.
He has it in stages.
Understandable.
Deficiency.
He picks up another orange and hands it to the mouse. Obviously, the mouse can't pick up the orange, so he just sort of holds it in front of the mouse.
I take it and put it in my bag.
Oh, okay, then.
It's had the image of this mouse grabbing onto the orange, and the moment it lets go, it just plummets.
I'm going to step forward towards this Kenku.
Hello. You have very big horns.
Thank you. You appear to be a man of great taste. Or, man, I do apologize. Anyway, did you, by any chance, do you buy items?
I can buy items. I can trade items. What have you got that's interesting?
Well, let me tell you. And I basically bring up this bag, large bag, like a leather case, and flick that open, and there's just rows of bottles in there, about 12 of them, of all these
shiny.
different coloured, different coloured liquids. Well, let me see. You appear to have suffered some bruising from your altercation with the hand. This salve, I take one of these vials. This salve may be of interest, and perhaps use to you.
I've already got one of those. He points to the table. You see a few small bottles. One appears to be some sort of healing salve.
Then perhaps a cure for foot fungal infection, perhaps.
Why don't you try and sell him your undead repellent?
Look, I'm going to get round to the good stuff in a moment.
I'm not sure I need foot fungus repellent. What else have you got? I like the shiny bottles.
The shiny bottles. Well, I mean, bottles. I can sell bottles. The contents you can empty.
This is true. But then what would I do with the bottle?
You said you liked shiny bottles.
Yes, but they're shinier when you can trade them for other things.
Well, you tell me, what is it you need, young fellow?
I like shiny things, coins, jewelry.
Selling you coins seems to be a bit of an odd thing to do.
In this place, it's perfectly normal.
What would you give me for a shiny gold coin?
I could give you some of these tickets. He reaches under his wing and pulls out a long row of red tickets.
Doesn't seem to be a particularly favourable trade.
Oh, around here, these tickets are all you'll use. The currency of the land, as it were.
But your land extends just for this rather small area.
Oh, no, not my land. This land. The entire Revelia. Tickets are the currency.
And yet, here you are giving things away for free.
Oh, no, I trade. I don't give things away.
I look back at the giant carrying the arm away.
And I'd sit there and I've started to eat one of those oranges, and I'm
and
like,
the orange. Yeah.
it's all dribbling down my beard and squirting everywhere.
Your system of economics does seem to be a little strange.
I'm sure that's true to a person like you, a red-skinned creature from who knows where with long horns, but around here it makes perfect sense. Those horns real.
As real as your beak, my friend.
Interesting.
They are not for sale.
Well then, let no more be said on that. Bottles? Do you like some bottles? He holds up a few empty bottles.
I think I shall pass. Clearly, I have made an error in judgment here, and I fold up my briefcase, look him up and down disapprovingly, and walk away.
Fair enough. And what's the rest of you doing while Timeless argues with the bird? Anybody else interested in trade? Anybody deciding to walk away?
I'm just mostly just gonna be watching it while shaking my head, I think.
It's quite entertaining. And as you gather around this space, Raska, you press your symbol into the hand, and as you do, a small wisp of smoke. The flesh seems cleansed, as much as it could be, after having done your ritual, but it's still a hand. Separate to an arm, it seems pointless somehow.
I'll find a fire and dispose of this.
I could trade you a fire. The bird chirps up from nearby.
How many tickets would you give him for this arm?
Well, I bought it for 4, but given that it's in worse condition than it was when I had it, I'll give you 2.
Don't I have to kill you now?
And you will burn it, yes?
I'm sure I can do so if nobody wants it in trade.
I chuck it at him.
Yeah. All right then. And he reaches under his wing again, tears off 2 tickets from the end of this ribbon and holds them out towards you.
Yeah, give them to whoever's standing nearest to him.
I take
He
them
grab 'em.
immediately.
There's a short
No.
fight.
Take one each.
we get one each.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
We
very.
considerately
you're like,
tear
"Oh, I'll
it in
give it."
half.
Yeah, you were like, "I'll give it to the person closest to the bird," and then after the hand just reaches out and grabs 2 tickets, and shuttles off with a 10.
Everybody argues over the tickets, but somebody gains 2 tickets.
I'm fine. I don't need the 2 tickets.
I've got 12 tickets then.
We have 11 tickets each, I think you mean.
Okay. Damn it.
Amaryllis is really pushing for that ticket.
So next on our to-do list, let's go to this charming establishment, the Hostile Hostel. Unless we want to check out some of the games or whatever on the way.
Yeah, I mean, there is something there on the way, isn't there, on the right?
There's a few tents and spaces around. Some games, some seem to be souvenirs or memorabilia. Candy floss, some food stalls. The typical things you'd expect at the entrance to a carnival.
I look round to see if they sell any pies.
There is definitely a stall selling pies.
I want to get some candy floss.
I'm going to go get some pies.
Some pies.
All right then. Amaryllis, you can get a... I'm not sure what the noun for one candy floss is, but you can get one of them. One of candy floss upon a stick.
Purchase a unit of candy floss.
1 unit of candy floss. The
A
vendor will ask you
bag
for 2
of candy
tickets.
floss. A stick of candy floss.
Yeah, I was thinking on a stick, but I'm not sure if a stick of candy floss is correct.
I prefer unit.
1 unit of candy floss. It will cost you 2 red tickets.
So,
I dread to see how much those pies are going to cost then.
As you hand
12
over the 2 tickets, he hands you back 5 green tickets.
Oh no.
so now
I don't
have
understand
9
how
red
this
tickets and
works.
5 green tickets.
Oh, wait, I missed. Did he give us green tickets or red tickets?
Locke gave you a
Which
red
one we-
ticket.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 9 red tickets, 5 green tickets. That's
No.
not going to get confusing.
We had 12 green. We had 11 red tickets.
Yeah, I just
Just
bought
spent
some
2.
candy floss.
All right.
That cost me 2 red tickets, and I got given
Oh,
back 5 red
Yeah.
green.
Oh, I'm
got
God.
Green tickets in
You
change.
didn't say there was going to be math in this.
There doesn't need to be math. You can just get ripped off by everybody.
Based on this,
But-
based on the wording on the tickets, I don't really understand why I got given back the 5 tickets.
Yeah, are there any
Okay.
numbers or anything on the tickets? Is that like denoting some kind of value or anything?
You look at the tickets and they all seem to have the same. There's a picture of somebody on the centre of the ticket, a man wearing a jester cap and a mask. There doesn't seem to be any numbers or denominations on them. They just have Revelia written repeatedly around the edges.
How many did they hand over, and how many did they get back? Exactly.
Over 2.
Amaryllis handed over 2 reds, got back 5 green.
What does my candy floss taste like, Mr. DM?
It tastes like every bit of candy floss you've ever eaten, which in Baldur's Gate is very little candy floss.
Oh.
Oh, it just disappeared from my tongue.
And Eberk wandering over to a pie stall. The vendor there, wearing clown makeup, will offer you meat pies. 2 for 1 red ticket.
I just go up and say, got told I could have 3 pies from the woman at the puppet.
You can have a free pie. More pies will cost you. He hands over
I'll
one
have my-
small meat pie.
3 pies. How many free pies can I have? If I come back later, will you know that I've had more than 1 free pie?
You're quite recognisable.
And that's a very specific question. If you do come back later, you probably remember it.
It's not a question you don't want to
Oh
ask
yeah, you're the
somebody who's
person
planning
who's
to
asking
come
about
back later.
pies.
Like, if someone were to break into your store and steal all your pies, who would report it to the police? I'm asking
take-
for a friend or just out of curiosity. I don't know.
I take a pie, put it in my bag.
All right then.
Oh, wait, can I take a free pie from my friend over there? And I point to the big grey man.
I don't see why not. And he grabs another pie and hands it to you.
Put it in my bag.
Best
Walk
make sure
off.
it gets to your friend, though.
I just walk off.
The karmic pie.
Pie karma. And the rest of you, Raska, Timeless, Morko, what are you doing while the others shop for food?
I thought we were going to check out the hostile host.
Oh yeah, the
Hostel.
Yeah.
All right then.
Can I fire up my divine sense when we're kind of in the middle of the throng? 60-foot Fey Fiend, etc.
Is it Fey and Fiend? Trying to read the wording.
And Celestial.
Thank you. I know Paul's playing Paladin on Monday, and I still don't remember what Divine Sense does. Yeah. Yeah, within 60 feet of you.
Oh, Celestial Fiend and Undead, sorry.
Yeah, you're not getting much. There's a slight hint of something fiendish ahead of you around the area of the hostel, which you can see off ahead of you. And a couple of traces of undead around some of the stalls, but nothing that seems enough to be a large creature, as it were. They're very faint.
A few body
pings.
parts.
Parts of a creature.
This place stinks. I don't think it's the food.
Sorry, might be me.
I'm still
Raska,
trying to
you
get
have
my
to
head
try
around-
some of this.
What
I'll offer some.
candy floss. Have some candy
Offer
floss,
Raska
giant.
some candy floss.
Thank you. What is this? I will try it.
It seems to be strings, but when you put them in your mouth, they are surprisingly tasty for strings.
Temptation.
I think he likes it.
Pride cometh before a fall.
All right then. And as you offer out candy floss to the party, Timeless leading the way somewhat, all of you collectively arrive outside this building. The sign hanging above the door reads hostile in big red letters. Someone's crossed it out and written underneath it in the space at the bottom, hostel.
A grammatical error, a spelling issue, I guess.
Miscommunication.
Precisely. Shall we push open the door?
All right then. And as you approach this door, you see the door itself is hot pink in colour. And as you look closer, you realise it's not the colour of the door, it's that candy floss and gum and various other substances have been stuck to this door over time. And grown in layers to the point that you're not sure what colour the door was underneath it. But nonetheless, you can push the door open and see within a small dark corridor, a stained red carpet that covers the floor, and leads towards a desk a bit further ahead.
Well, the mat says welcome.
The mat does say welcome.
I'll enter.
All right, then.
Let's see if the person at the desk can tell us what this is about.
Yep. And walking up to the desk, you see this lobby dimly lit by a number of sconces hanging on the walls, but bright enough to mostly see around the space. And behind the desk, another marionette similar to the one outside, but the ceramic face of this one isn't broken. Short dark hair curls under her chin and a small red cap placed atop it, matching the red uniform she wears. And as you walk closer to her, she's clutching her ears and yelling, "Please make it stop!" She looks up as you approach.
Make what stop?
Hello. There's a howling. I think there's a ghost. I hear it all the time.
Does anyone hear anything?
I hear nothing. This is a marionette. Can we see strings attached to it?
She has strings, but they just dangle loosely off her limbs, her arms and legs.
What is this ghost?
I don't know. I can hear it all the time. And all of you, except for Eberk, can hear the quiet sound in the distance. "Help! Help! I can't get out of here! Help!" And a banging noise. As you hear this voice, the
What?
marionette yells, It's
Can
happening
we-
again!
Can we pinpoint where the sound is coming from?
Make a perception check.
Oh no.
And we all do that.
Go ahead. All of you that can hear it.
Not Eberk.
Oh wow.
Oh, knock it out.
We'll find it eventually. It's like
Yeah.
a rolled mine. It's like that thing where like a dice bounces off another dice.
It
It's like,
seems to. The sound seems to bounce around the lobby, and you're not entirely sure. It's definitely coming from somewhere. You can hear it. It's not being imagined, unless you're all imagining it. But as you watch the rest of your party look around, none of you seem to have an idea of exactly where it's coming from.
well, let's go find out. Have a look.
Is that what you're referring to, madam? The voice shouting for help?
Yes, we've looked already. We've looked upstairs. We've looked downstairs. It's a ghost. Maybe you could find it in one of the rooms, one of the empty rooms.
Are any of
Here.
your rooms, are the doors stuck on any of them?
No, they've all got keys. Here, I'll give you the keys. And she turns around behind the desk, opens up a small cupboard, and draws out a large box from it. And if you'll just give me a second. She draws out this box. No, I can't share this item with you because it's an item. I should have thought about that. But within the box, you see various objects, a number of rattling noisemaker devices, a large metal hatch wheel, a number of small tickets, red and green, but not the same style as the tickets of currency that you found here. A large, heavy axe with a long handle, a brass key on an iron keyring. That sounds like a key. A number of helmets that cover the face, the front of which is a large clear bubble, and a living garter snake. As you poke at it, the snake hisses indignantly at you.
These are all keys?
It looks
Yes,
like a
these-
new friend for your
These are the
mouth.
keys to our rooms.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
You
we
should
have
all
a
be able to
box
see the
of-
keys in the items tab.
yeah.
It's an object that's available to all of you. I just haven't put it in anyone's inventory.
We have a box of doodads.
Box of keys.
Are you the same as the other one? Oh,
I'm quite certain I'm not, sir. I'm Ramona. And the other ones are not Ramona.
Hello, Ramona.
Hello, sir.
I've never seen anything like you before.
And I've never seen anything like you, sir.
Oh, you're there.
You are large and large.
You are very small. Like that one.
I'm not
Well, this
sure we
conversation
have
is positively
large
riveting.
enough beds for you.
Do you mind if we take this box of keys with us?
Go ahead. All of the empty rooms are... All the keys for the empty rooms are there. The full rooms are obviously full, and those people have their keys. So take
How
those,
do
see
you
if you
tell the
can find this
difference
ghost.
between empty and full?
Well, full rooms are the ones that are closed and locked. And empty rooms are the ones that are closed and unlocked, which you have keys for.
And the red light?
That's one of the rooms.
It's the 18
The
plus.
light itself.
Not
if
the
there's
light itself. The
somebody
light
shouting-
indicates the room.
If somebody is shouting, it would indicate that they are in the room, and the room is not empty, you see?
I'm not sure I follow, sir. I'm quite certain the ghost is not in the room that's full.
Well, to be thorough, we'll check it anyway.
Well, let's go ghost hunting, I suppose.
If we find this ghost, do we get some free food?
Well, if you can find it and vanquish it, I'll see what I can do about comping your stay here. I assume you want to stay here. Why else would you have come in the door?
That would.
Is it free?
It will be free if you can find a ghost. If not, it is not free.
I find this ghost.
Excellent. And when you come back, I will charge you for your rooms. Or if you find the ghost, I will not charge you for your rooms. But please be quick. It's very annoying.
Grab the box.
The box does have a snake in it, remember?
Yeah, I was just thinking
Yeah.
which one of us is going to get the room that has the snake as a key.
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Grab the box and walk
Let's
up
just
here.
start first one on the left.
All right, then.
I look at the box and look at the door and try and distinguish whether there's.
Is it locked? I'll try the handle.
I try and
It is
distinguish
locked.
with anything that makes us know what key fits. There's like the symbol or anything on the door or on the handle or.
I mean, if it's
Well-
unlocked, we don't have to worry about a key.
The door that Morco is at, you see the red lamp to one side of the door. A small wooden sign hangs off it that reads "On Air." And in the door, a little space, a hand reaches through the space.
Sorry.
A small hand reaches through a space in the door. It seems to be expecting something.
On air. On air. Give it a rattling noise maker.
The hand rattles it for a second and tosses it back at you.
Give it a space helmet.
It does not seem to want a space helmet. It doesn't really fit the hand.
I mean, it goes on the head.
I give it the hatch wheel.
It can't hold it. It just drops it on the floor.
It's
I
the
give it a high
snake.
five.
I give it a ticket.
Can I give it a high five?
A red ticket or a green
It's
ticket?
hard.
What are you
Red.
doing?
I
Okay.
don't understand.
It takes the red ticket and pulls it into the space in the door, seemingly looks it over. The hand sticks back out and hands you the ticket, and the door creaks open.
Raska. It's a weird door with a weird hand, wanting weird keys. I don't know.
Very strange.
And
I don't
as
think anything
either
is
is
going to make sense.
let inside, anybody who tries to follow, the hand blocks your way.
Oh, did I leave the box outside?
I don't know, did you leave the box outside?
No, I was carrying it.
It's okay because they were just taking a ticket, weren't they? As a
So I turned around and passed the box back out to them.
Yeah, the hand opens to let you out,
Yeah.
and you pass the box out.
Okay.
Yeah. I imagine it's just out of curiosity. There's a voice that says, "Help me, I'm trapped." Does that sound like Ebert? Very fine. In case there's some kind of time travel shenanigans going on.
Well, so
think
Ebert
I-
passes the box out. There are 4
Well.
tickets left in this box. 3 are red and 1 is
Oh.
green.
I'll hold the box and I'll give a red ticket to each of the other 3.
And keep the green ticket for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay then. So each of you, one by one, hands your ticket to the hand, and the hand tucks back inside the door and looks at the ticket for a second, tucks back out. Ebert, on the inside the door, you can see there isn't anything there. The hand appears to be protruding out of the door. But nonetheless, a few moments later, you're all led inside. And you're faced with a figure.
Oh.
Gentleman in a nice suit. And as you walk in, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello, another group, another audience. Please take a seat."
How tall are the ceilings in here?
They're about 7 feet. You're probably ducking.
Does he fit in any of these chairs?
Not really.
Sit in the floor at the back.
And like take the arms off the 2 of them and put them side by side.
Yeah, I sit on the floor with my legs crossed.
Fair enough. And if she comes in, the man looks over you as a group and goes, Right. Okay. Are any of you named Scooter?
Not today.
I'm not.
I do not
Right.
know of anyone named
Yeah.
Scooter within this party.
Right, never mind then. He was here about a week ago and he forgot his prize. In any case,
Prize?
one of you should have a green ticket. Who among you has a green
Yes.
ticket?
I do.
And as soon as you say that, he looks at you. Oh, fabulous. You're tonight's star. Come and join me up here on the stage.
I had a feeling for the on-air bit. We'll see.
What about the ghost we're looking for?
The ghost is the way this is important. I put my feet up on the chair in front of me.
the ghost goes again, like, "Help me, you idiot."
The man will motion you onto the other chair. Well then, good evening, and let's start off tonight's show. So, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Moko from Luskin.
Welcome, Moko. It's a pleasure to meet someone from Luskin today. Now, let's see what our audience wants to find out. And he pulls out a small selection of cards from his pocket, looks at them,
Jeremy Kyle, isn't it?
squints them for a second. And today's audience question: what is one colour you would banish from the rainbow?
Red.
Excellent. An excellent choice. And there you go, audience. Moko here would banish red from the rainbow.
I awkwardly clap.
Yeah,
There
is
is
it like
no-
is it like a sign in the background that goes psst, applause, psst, applause?
Yes. As you look around for that, yes.
Yeah.
And he flicks the next card. Right then, Moko. If your name wasn't Moko, what would it be?
Scooter.
An excellent choice, my friend. The sign flashes up again. Applause. Applause.
I
Applause.
clap more awkwardly.
It's
Doing
getting
rather well.
And he flicks the next card. Right then, and our last question for the full prize. What would you change about Luskin?
Oh, that's a complicated one.
The climate.
Yeah, maybe move it a bit further south where it's a bit sunnier and warmer.
That seems like a great choice. I've not been to Luskan, but it sounds like a horrible place. Well, thank you for playing today, Moko. And he sticks out his hand for you to shake.
Okay.
That's your
Very
prize.
Shakes your hand, and then he withdraws from behind his chair a giant piece of card. A novelty check made out for 1 red ticket. And he holds it in front of him and carefully writes your name, Moko, from Luskan. Holds the check over in front of you. Well, there you go, audience.
Yeah.
Here's our winner for today.
Yeah.
Do a little bow.
And he
I've
applauds.
already got a fan in the corner.
And then he hands you 1 red ticket and walks off to the corner.
Well, you haven't heard
Well,
of
that
you
was
haven't heard
odd.
of Ghost anywhere, have you?
What was that?
You've not
What's
heard
that?
of a ghost anywhere. I think he was asking the guy on the stage there.
No, ma'am, I've not heard of any ghosts around here.
Excellent. I'll get up and leave.
Bye-bye now. Be sure to come back tomorrow.
Do you work here?
Yes, of course I work here. I'm the host.
How do those things work at the front desk?
I'm not entirely sure. That's not my department.
When Moko comes out, I'll just say to him, that was one of the strangest things I've ever encountered.
This whole place is a farce.
It's kind of fun, though.
At least someone's enjoying it.
Fun, you say?
It's just a waste of everybody's time. There's no ghost in here. Let's go to the next one.
Let's see what's
we got
behind
a hole.
door number 2.
Oh no! Oh no!
As each of you leaves, he carefully says to everybody, bye-bye, be sure to come back tomorrow for our next show. And yes, those of you gathering outside will look upon this next room, and the door to this room is circular, made of grey metal. You tap on it and it sounds very thick.
Who's got the box?
I'll have.
Eberk has got, I think.
Well, I think it was given to me because I just
Yeah.
really.
Oh, you,
Eberk
that's
handed
right.
it
Yeah,
to Marco.
Eberk passed it out. yeah.
So I guess the brass key.
What about this? The metal hatch wheel, maybe?
Yes, I was just thinking.
Maybe.
that.
There
Yeah,
doesn't seem
possibly.
to be a space for the hatch wheel or a keyhole.
Oh,
Not
Is
those.
there any
then.
opening whatsoever?
No opening, and nothing that seems to be a lever or a method to open this door.
I'll knock on the door.
You knock, it sounds hollow.
give it a
Nothing
push.
happens.
Is it locked? Is it unlocked?
It
Push
doesn't
it.
seem to move when you push it.
Hmm.
Does it fit securely into the door
Yes.
frame, or is there like a gap or something?
No, it's
underneath?
very secure in the door frame. You can't see any way to get around the edges of it.
I wonder if
Perhaps
this
it's
is
not even a
as
door.
well.
Perhaps it's just a
I wonder if it's an airlock.
what?
I wonder if it's a
Um,
steel compartment of some sort.
When it was knocked on, did the sound like vibrate, or did it just make a normal metal noise?
You couldn't really tell. It didn't sound like it was reverberating in the space.
Maybe we come back to this one.
Fine.
I'm sure there are plenty more doors to open.
Okay. Door
Did
number
we try?
3.
Have you tried everything in the box?
We don't really know where to put the stuff from the box. There's no
you-
openings or holes or anything.
Walk over to this door, Moko, and the door is intricately carved with various, what seem to be large trees and animals of strange forms, and a groove that runs throughout this door, a deep groove, just sort of sinuously curves through the door space.
I don't know how to put, how would we put the snake into the?
With
Or
the
maybe a
PX.
little-
Is the snake hostile?
It doesn't seem to bite at you when you reach your hand in for other things.
Yeah, I'm gonna gingerly grab it sort of like behind, like on the neck, like you normally do to it, so they can't actually bite you. And then try and like put the snake along the groove.
All right then. You hold the snake up the door and it
Really weird to do.
slips into the groove at one end and starts to slither along this groove. And as it reaches the top corner, it slips through a hole in the door.
Oh, look, it
And
seems to know what it's
as you watch
doing.
the tail of the snake disappear, the door slowly creaks open. And within you see seemingly a small jungle.
What?
Don't see walls on the edges of this room, apart from where the door is fitted, but many deep trees ahead, a trickling creek of water throughout the room, and the sounds of birds and animals. And in a clearing ahead of you, a number of hammocks, enough for each of you to find somewhere to sleep, although Raska may have to curl up in his.
They like this room.
Themed rooms.
Not quite sure what to make of this.
Exciting.
Ridiculous.
Quite peaceful.
Maybe you should go to sleep.
Someone's messing with us. This is ridiculous. It's a room. How can you have a jungle in a room?
Magic, I would guess.
Have a look around. You'll see there is a jungle within this room.
I look around, see if there's any fruit or any food on the branches.
There's a lesser-known pie tree.
Make me a survival check.
I say to Eberk and Dwarvish, there aren't enough stones here for you then.
No. It's too flowery. Any food?
You start to look around the trees and looking for berries or fruits of whatever sort, and you pick up a few things, a few berries you know are edible, and as you're looking about, you notice on one tree a number of claw marks, and looking up the tree where these claw marks are, you see the marks go up the tree. The marks ascend this tree trunk, and up in the branch is a strange creature, somewhat like a monkey, but spikes and growths across its body. And as you look up and the creature shrieks back at you, it dives down out of the trees, and that's where we're going to go for break.
Ebert, what have you done?
Ah, for God's sake.
Excellent. What a strange place.
Yes.
Back in 10, guys.
Yeah.
Sörjen fallen vän och slå hans baneman I tränejärn beredd för strid. Ljudet hon mörker läker sig. En ålder börjar här av krig och kamp, av svärd och blod. Ljudet ton vintrar följs för vargar skjut. Fränder vänder rygg. Det råder svält I människoborg. Ljudet hon marken häver sig. Den skakar lider ont. I alla riken skälver den. Så ljudet hon. Ljud av barnaskrik när himlen öppnar sig. Se Israel när de närmar sig. Ljudet horn. Döden står vid gudaport. Du som allt sett vet, det sedan länge är för sent. Men ljudet dog.
Hey, and we're back. Too much
Welcome
crunching.
back.
Snacks have been had. Tea has been got.
I think snacks are being had, judging by the state of some of these cameras.
Cheerios, Ange. Cheerios?
No. Cheese. It's Christmas. It's cheese.
Christmas, yeah.
Cheese and crackers. Cheese and crack cracks.
Ah.
Well, no, I want to get snacks, but we're back now, so
We should pre-prepare the snack, shouldn't we?
see if I thought about this, it would be one more thing to add to my prep list before the session, and then I
Yeah.
wouldn't have done it anyway.
Yeah. Everyone wants snacks now.
Right then.
Going shopping tomorrow morning to get Christmas snacks.
Ooh.
Tomorrow's
Nice.
night stream. Wow, what could we have for tomorrow night stream?
Christmas pudding.
Something suitably Duskvolian, one supposes. So, goat's
Jelly
cheese.
deals, then. Isn't it?
Goat's cheese and jelly deals.
And mushrooms.
Mm.
Maybe not together. But anyway, that's for tomorrow.
Eel stroganoff.
Yeah, that is true.
So, walking into the jungle room,
Oh, yeah.
you watch as Eberk starts to explore some of the trees and bushes here looking for fruits, and two creatures leap down from the bushes above. They move like monkeys in trees, but many spikes stick out from all about them. And as they leap down, everybody roll for initiative.
Because this always goes well.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So everybody rolling dice. I can't see
wow.
my sheet.
The 3D dice were requested.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I just...
I mean, all you have to do is find where the initiative is in the same bit as it was last time.
Right then.
Wow.
Moko, as these monkeys drop from the trees, you are first up.
Wonderful. So the one that's next to Ebert,
Yes.
how much further up the tree is it?
It literally just leapt off a branch, so it's on ground level now.
Okay. So that would make it next to Ebert.
This is correct.
I'm going to I'll grip my short bow. And I'll fire an arrow at it. Because it's next to Ebert, that technically gives me sneak attack.
All right then.
I don't know how we roll sneak attack in this.
You'll
guess
just
I
have to
click
roll a
the
separate
feature.
d6.
Yeah.
But see if you hit first.
Roll. Oh god. Probably not. No.
That's not great. No, unfortunately, your arrow juts past the monkey. Between the monkey and Eberk and jams into one of the trees in the distance.
I made the
On the
dice
plus
too
side, you haven't got to worry about the sneak attack.
I made the dice too fancy. It's killing my rolls.
Yeah. All those dice with engraved bits and borders around the edges, they just don't roll properly. And
It's true.
Amaryllis, you are outside in the corridor, but you hear the screeches of these monkeys jumping down. You see Morko firing an arrow at something off in the distance.
I roll my eyes and come into the room. I'll come into the room, see these monkeys up the trees. Well, one's down the tree, I suppose.
Yeah, one's leapt off,
Yeah.
the other one's prepping to leap off.
I will use the rest of my movement to get next to the dwarf. And I will again flick my blade to set it to a vibrating. Use booming blade and give it a stab.
Stab that thing. Unfortunately, the creature ducks under your blade. Just not quick enough.
That's less than ideal.
Probably true.
It's fine. You've got until it kills you, but don't worry about it.
Right then. And the monkey creature itself reaches up and slams its arms into Eberk. That's a 10. I very much doubt a 10 hits Eberk. Does a 10 hit you?
No, 14.
All
That's
right
my
then.
hit points.
I mean, it's aiming for your armor class, but it's also more than 10, so we'll go with that.
Oh, no, 18 then. Sorry.
That's fine. And Raska, you're up. Put your brew down.
I just reach behind my shoulder, pull out a large battle axe, and I charge forward, defending my party, and I slam into it with my axe with two hands because I haven't got my shield up.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
That will definitely hit.
Okay.
Dealing 12 damage to the monkey creature.
Get a crit.
All right then. Anything else from you, Raska?
I don't know if I've seen the one on the other side, so I'm just going to stay there.
All right. And we move on to literally everybody being at 4. Eberk.
I just pull out my battle axe and twonk it.
All right then. Twonk the monkey.
The dwarven word.
Oh, how many options? Roll, alt roll,
That sounds
attack,
wrong.
damage, versatile attack. Which one do I
Ignore
press? Just attack.
everything there. Ignore everything there. And just click the dice
Okay.
button next to your battle axe. So when you mouse over the battle axe image, just click the dice button.
Okay. Ooh.
Unfortunately, it's reeling back from Raska's swing, and your swing just goes slightly wide.
Damn it. Okay. Do I have a extra thingy with?
Not level 1, one would not think.
Okay, that's cool then. Just needed to check 'cause I'm not sure.
I'm trying to remember fighters because you confused me with the question. Nope, apparently not.
Not
Right then.
What second wind? Oh, that's stamina.
Let you get up again when you fall down.
Yeah, okay, that's cool then.
Timeless.
So with a look of surprise and good lord, Timeless raises his hand and a little mote of flame kind of leaps out of it towards. Ooh, I think it's going to be towards the one that's attacking Eberk. Yeah,
All right then.
and it's a miss.
As you launch your firebolt towards the creature,
Yes,
unfortunately, it does miss.
these are quite quick, aren't they?
Blasted
Surprisingly
things.
so. All right then. And after Timeless is the other monkey creature, which leaps down from the trees, charges towards Raska. Oops, my mouse is disagreeing. Charges towards Raska and slams its arms into him. I pressed the wrong thing and I've got a stupid item card popping up. Does a 9 hit you? I'm only asking just for
Raska.
propriety's sake because I'm quite certain 9 doesn't hit you.
Yeah. It's only polite to ask.
Unfortunately, it's going to attack again.
Ah.
How rude.
Did the wrong item card again. Screw it. Doesn't 8...
Sorry, nobody can
no,
see it.
sorry. All right, then. And the monkey, failing to swing at Raska a couple of times, shrieks in anger. And we loop back around. Morkor.
Did it rip my vestments? Sorry.
No, it didn't hit you at all.
Didn't hit me at all. Right, okay.
You're not even moving, but it just completely misses.
Yeah. Try have another swing at this. Well, swing at this.
Ranged swing.
Yeah, this spiky monkey, and see what happens. Fingers crossed this time.
Can only go up from here.
I mean, it's
It's
a
definitely going up.
it's a work in progress. Yeah, but minimal damage.
Are you aiming for the one in the corner?
But it hit. But it did hit though. So yeah, I was going for the corner one, the same one.
All right, then.
It is
And yeah, Yarrow
sneak attack
jams
thing,
into it.
though.
High up on the shoulder. Definitely hits it.
Yeah,
Anything else?
I think I have a sneak attack on that one. I think.
You should do
I
actually,
lost
because you have
my character.
allies that are within 5 feet.
Yeah, I just seem to. The sneak attack seems to have just disappeared from my sheet. Add it back in.
That's weird. Just roll 1d6.
Okay. That makes up for it.
Nice.
That'll do it.
I'm gonna move, take like a 5-foot step towards the door.
Clearing your escape route.
No, I need to cover Timeless.
Fair
'cause
enough.
He's quite vulnerable and exposed. Like, he could get monkeyed at any moment.
We don't want that. Yeah.
All right, then. And Amaryllis.
Is this one in the corner still alive?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to give it a stab. Give it another booming blade stab.
Steb.
It was a 17 hit,
That will hit it.
and I get sneak attack on that as well.
Yep. Roll for sneak attack.
Pow.
And as you cast the booming blade and lunge with your rapier, how do you want to kill this one?
He is hit through its chest area, aiming for where the heart should be, but I don't know if there'll be one on this thing.
Yeah, you strike to where you expect the heart to be, and it doesn't seem to do anything. So you wiggle it around a bit, and it falls
Wiggle
over. You're pretty sure you got it eventually.
It wasn't quite as dramatic.
Text.
It's all on the wrist. Anything else?
No, I'll stay where I am.
All right, then. Raska.
Realise something is assailing me from behind me. I carefully and slowly turn myself around. It's quite a slow action, but then when he brings his arms around with him, it's almost like the energy that he saves in his feet is in his arms, and he slams it down, his axe, brings it right over his head, and a huge arc, and just smashes it right into the midriff of this thing that's in front of him now.
All right, then. Yep, that'll definitely hit it.
Nice.
As you slam your battle axe into the midriff of this creature. And it definitely reacts, it shrieks at you, but doesn't seem to have taken that much of a hit, unfortunately.
I grunt at it.
Good
It
choice.
just points at you.
Mimicking. Anything else, Raska?
No, that's it.
All right, then. Eberk.
I just take a Well, I would, but I've lost my sheet. I'll just take another swing at it.
The one in front of you is dead. You'll have to move over to the other one.
So I'll dash
And then take a swing on it.
and swipe at it.
Unfortunately, not
But-
hitting.
But as I do, I slip on the rock and then smack to the hammock.
Yes. Unfortunately, swing goes wide. You bounce off the post holding this hammock into the ground, and you recover your footing, but you missed it, unfortunately. Lost your chance there.
I
And
swear, in Dwarvish.
Raska understands this. And Timeless. Muted. Still muted. Still muted.
Muted.
Yeah, I'm well, right. I'm there.
Not as fast as the rest of us.
Start again.
Sorry, where were we?
Timeless.
Yes, I bring my right hand back, and my left hand swings around. A second not guiding bolt, firebolt will shoot out from there. This motor fire streak across the room towards this last living Minky. I'm kind of ducking and weaving around Moko as I do this, and that throws my aim off completely. And perhaps some
Maybe
of
you
the
should just-
branches.
Maybe you should just stand still and shoot.
Yeah. You watch
This is-
Morko, who stands very still while he's shooting, and you ducking and weaving, trying to get around his arm even though he's not moving it. Unfortunately,
Looking and weaving.
your firebolt goes slightly wide.
This is just getting incredibly awkward. Can you
Darts
please
off into the forest.
desist? Like just said, you're just standing there, and he's just like going arms around.
I'm kind of imagining it more a bit like the
Like,
that scene from Ace Ventura where he dives into the room and is rolling amongst the furniture.
No, for some reason, the only mental image I've got now is that dance where somebody slips their arms through someone else's arms
Yeah.
and moves their arms around.
Maybe there's a bit of that going on as well, because, me and Moko, we're like that. Well, we are now.
As of this one fight.
it was non-consensual.
Unintentional.
Nonetheless, as your firebolt darts wide, this monkey strikes again at Raska. That's a natural one. That's not going to hit.
Oh my goodness.
And swings its other arm.
It's only polite to ask, remember.
Does a 15 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
All right, then.
Oosh.
Bounces off your armor. And back to top, Moko.
Here we go again. I'm going to step away
If you miss now, I'm going to laugh my ass
from
off.
the horny devil.
Good choice.
To make my shot. Thank you. Just wanted to go adventuring. Not become some part of some awkward ritual. Okay, how's that looking? That's looking better.
Oh,
That's definitely going to hit.
Disappointed.
Yeah,
And you do have allies within 5 feet of it.
sweet. The next bit of the bit tougher. How's
Not
it looking?
bad. It's looking hurt. That jammed in under the arm. It seems to have done some damage. But
Nice.
it's still standing, more or less.
All right, it's up to the rest of you. I'm gonna keep away from this guy. By far the weirdest thing I've
That's
seen.
what,
Stepped
that's
in a
what you
door.
think.
It's definitely the weirdest thing you've seen in a long time. Amaryllis,
I will take a stab with my rapier.
go ahead. That'll hit.
I will stab it and do the wiggle around move to see if that finishes it off.
You stab it and wiggle around. You're still not sure where you hit the other one, but you try it again. Unfortunately, still standing, although it's had a lot of wiggling.
I just taught at it.
Good choice. And Raska.
As the tune and throwing of the rapier and arrows, I kind of step towards it, step into it, and I try and catch a little bit of it flailing under my boot while I bring my axe and just over the top of it and behind it, I bring the axe and just round into what I think is probably its back end. While I've got a boot on it, just for flavour. I'm not trying to grapple
Go
it.
ahead and roll. And yeah, you slam down your boot against its foot. It's pinned in place. You swing your axe overhead, and as your axe slams down, how do you want to kill it?
I want to take a second step onto it and just like basically have with one foot, with my left foot, just smash it down at the ground as the axe splits its back end, and then I reach down and I just grab it wherever I can, and using my strength, I just rip its head off.
All right then. And as the head comes separate from the rest of the animal, that's the end of this combat. The two monkey creatures lie before you, one in a couple of pieces.
Well, that was delightful.
Quick question. Are these rooms that are the accommodation?
They certainly appear to be. There's beds in here.
The guests.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we just murdered some of the.
Safer sleeping out on the streets.
You
I
don't
mean,
know
you've only
what
checked two
it's like
rooms, and
here.
only one of them has been banned.
I have an idea for that metal door.
Let's go back then, because this is just a ridiculous hostel.
I wish someone had mentioned the helmets before.
They're in the box.
Yeah.
So I have
What
heard
are they? Some
stories-
kind of armor or something?
I've heard stories of large metal boats, fantasy books, you know. And the people who ride on these boats, they wear helmets. Maybe we need to do the same. I'll put one of these ridiculous helmets on.
All right then. And you watch as Amaryllis slips on this ridiculous helmet. And the bottom portion of the helmet fits over the shoulders and seems to form slightly, form a seal around Amaryllis's neck. And she blinks at you from the glass bubble on the front of this helmet. A small red light turns on above the door.
Oh. Can you breathe in there?
What?
I said, can you breathe in there?
Yes. I can't breathe in this, can I?
Yes.
That would be a rather tragic end to your character.
The air smells a bit weird, but you can definitely breathe in there.
I'm not. How am I going to fit this helmet on my head with massive great horns sticking out?
Magic.
Maybe just try it. I'll just lean over and unscrew his horns and put them in his pocket.
I'm not letting Moko touch my horns.
You're a cosplay horn, apparently.
Now you understand. Like,
Now listen here, my good man. My character sheet says that I'm a sucker for a pretty face, and you don't even have a face.
no, you're
On
just
the
a
scale
sucker.
of pretty faces, you aren't. But yes, if you attempt to wear a helmet, as you pull it on, it does form over your horns,
Oh.
making a very strange appearance for everybody else, but you are wearing the helmet.
So you have these random
That
bolts.
is interesting.
I just. How many was there?
There's enough for each of us.
I grab one and just plonk it on my head and grunt in impatience.
Yep. You grab it. It seals around your neck and shoulders, trapping a bit of your beard in there. And as the helmet seals, the mouse scampers out of your beard and runs around the inside the helmet for a second.
Yeah.
It's a pity we don't have a small helmet for the mouse.
I was just thinking,
That's
what if
good. Put the
the
helmet
mouse
on.
had been stuck in the lower part of the beard that was outside the helmet? You
That
might
could be
not have a pet
problematic.
mouse for much longer.
I throw a mass helmet to Raska.
And before I put it on, watching what they're doing, I take a moment to just calm myself after the battle. Stand there, hands down by my side after I've caught the helmet, and I just slip into that space where I'm able to feel that which is around me of import that offends my senses. That's the second use.
And you definitely feel that third use. You used it
Indeed.
once at the entrance and then once outside.
Good. That's the last time then. Yep.
Having said that, it's got some level of duration that I've forgotten. Irrelevant. Anyway,
That doesn't matter then. If the GM forgets it, we can make it up to suit ourselves.
I mean,
I'm
it's 10
torn.
minutes.
I'm torn.
nah. Where you were at the entrance, you probably could have sensed what you sensed from outside anyway. So we'll say there was
Okay.
one use outside, and this is your second use.
Okay.
You split it up a bit, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, you definitely feel there is an undead presence above you and to this side of the hotel. But it's weirdly faint. It feels like it's here, and then it feels like it's somewhere else, then it feels like it's here again. It flickers on and off in your senses.
I don't like this place.
And I put the helmet on like the others are doing.
And as you slip it on, the helmet enlarges to fit your head, fits on and seals around your body. Moko, you are the last without a helmet.
I gotta put a helmet on.
Sorry, you don't put a helmet on?
No, I was putting a helmet on, just with everyone else.
Okay. All right then. So you fit your helmet on, and once everybody's helmets are secured, the light above the door turns green, and the door slowly opens on its own. And within, an orb of blackness, occasionally sparkles of light off in the distance on the walls of this orb. Who wants to be first into the room?
Yes, I'm at the door. I'll take a step in.
I push her forward gently.
Yeah, after you, Amaryllis.
And as her foot goes over the door, there's a second Amaryllis where you realise you're not touching the floor. There's nothing there. And as you sort of try to pull yourself back and reserve your balance, Eberk pushes you from behind, and you float off into the centre of this room.
Ah!
And the force that usually keeps you on the ground doesn't seem to exist here. You're just floating around the space. A second later, you bounce off the back wall.
Oh. I think I'm flying.
And the rest of
I'm
you
not going
see
in there.
Amaryllis floating in the centre of this space. She bounces off the wall and manages to steady herself slightly against the back wall.
Where did she go?
I'll go
Show
in
me the
next
way
to
to Amaryllis.
I'm not going in there. Can we see her floating? Can I see
Yeah.
her floating?
Yes. The space doesn't seem to be
Yeah.
that large. You can see her. She's maybe 60, 70 feet away. But she's.
Dwarfs
clearly
aren't made to
floating.
fly. I'm staying out here.
That's accurate. Morko, as you step in, the same happens to you. You float off as soon as you pass the doorway. And you float into this space, and as you look around, the rest of this space looks like what you saw from the door. It's a large orb, maybe 60, 70 feet, and what seems to be a perfect sphere. Occasionally, white lights flicker around the space.
Hmm.
Is there anything above or below in the room, or is it just still nothingness?
Make a perception check. You're pretty sure that there's a ceiling. You're pretty sure that there's a floor somewhere down there. Can't really tell where, though. I mean, it seems to be an orb. They're probably in the same place the walls are. Somewhere.
I tried to do a spin instead then.
All right, then. And you pull it off. And then you have a bit of trouble figuring out how to stop yourself. And after about 2.5 spins, you manage to bounce yourself off the wall again and catch yourself. And you're not spinning now, which is helpful.
That was a mistake. I don't think there's a ghost in here. This is pretty fun.
Certainly doesn't seem to be a ghost in here.
Are there any sign of any beds in there? 'Cause this is meant to be one of the guest rooms. Oh,
As you lean in and
stick my head. Yeah.
look around the
Have a look
space.
around. 13.
You stick your head in. There doesn't seem to be beds, but I mean, you could probably sleep floating. But as you look around the space, you do notice on one of the walls a formation of stars in a zigzag pattern in the shape of a letter S.
Oh. Hey, who's there next to me? It's Raska and
Raska and
Eberg,
Eberg,
who are
who didn't want to go
probably
in.
just the right kind of people to ask about anything intellectual, right?
There certainly seem to be.
Hey, my minus.
What do you make of that shape over there, made by those stars? Did you say?
Yeah.
See, it seems forms a letter S.
I can't read.
Before I answer that question, I've been deliberating what those pings meant on my divine sense while they've been floating around. Can I make a sort of perception or intelligence check or anything like that to see if I can get a sense of why this thing might be floating in and out of existence?
Yeah, go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
Oh,
19.
That's
Wow.
surprisingly good considering your intelligence. Fair enough. Yeah, you felt this before a couple of times when there's something right on the edge of your bubble of perception, something that's moving in and out of the sort of the 60-foot radius around you. And possibly it feels like that, but at the same time, it wasn't 60 feet away from you when you could sense it. It was only maybe 20, 25 feet. I mean, you assume from the location that it was on the floor above you, but it certainly wasn't 60 feet away. And then it was, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and then it wasn't.
And as I'm contemplating that, I hear somebody ask me something and I turn around and go, "Hmm?"
What?
And you see Timeless looking at you expectantly.
And I slowly try to filter back what was said, and I go, "Hmm," and turn and have a look in the room.
He's definitely right. There's a shape on the wall where he points, and it looks like the letter S.
I don't know what that is.
it's a letter S.
Looks like a snake.
We've already used the snake though.
Are there other letters in the room?
Make me a perception check.
Ah,
10.
There don't seem to be. There's just one rogue who's doing a lot of spinning and one rogue who's not doing very much spinning. There
S
doesn't
for
seem to be any
spinning.
letters. There's occasional stars flicker in and out, but you can't see anything specific.
Is this letter S? Is it actually near either Moko or Amaryllis at all? Or is it
It's
the opposite side of the room or something?
no, it's towards the doorway. You had to lean in and sort of look at the walls around the doorway. So Moko's probably closer.
Right. Well, I can try and drift over and have a look.
Yeah.
Um,
And it takes you a few seconds to get used to how to move in here, but pushing yourself off the doorway, you can bounce over towards that section of the wall. And as you do, it looks like some flashing lights on the wall. They form the letter S. They seem to be, the wall is solid, and they seem to be maybe painted on, but they're flashing on and off.
yes. Any particular colours or?
No, they're all sort of white. You can't really tell any difference.
Or a sequence?
Not really. They're just individually twinkling, but not in any notable sequence. They just seem to form this shape.
I'm gonna
Is that like
push
is
myself
it
off
that
the wall.
geometric S that everyone draws at high school?
No, it's a regular S.
Okay.
It's more of a sort of zigzag shape, but. Sorry, Amaryllis, you were saying something?
I'm just gonna push myself off the back wall to get back to the door.
Yeah.
Climb out.
And you manage to drift past Morko as he moves away from the door and slip your way out.
I don't really know.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
What?
Raska walks in when it's empty.
And as you walk in, your last step just pushes you into this space and you're just floating. And it feels like falling, but you're not going down. You can see the door there, you can see the walls,
It's a very
just-
strange place.
not on the ground anymore.
And he attempts to try to tuck himself into a ball with his arms around his knee and see if he can spin round.
Yeah, and you bend yourself and start to slowly spin and try to tuck yourself up and speed it up, but you're not really going anywhere. You're just sort of slightly floating towards the back wall in a little slight spin.
And I push off against the wall and head back towards the door like the others have done.
Yep.
Yeah, if I can't make anything out, I'll head back as well.
All right. So as Morko dexterously swings out the door, Raska, you slam out of the doorway and hit the ground as soon as you come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once everybody's outside, the door seals itself closed behind you.
Oh, well. We could always come back to it if we have an idea.
You
We
guys
checked
missed
door
out.
number 4.
That was fun.
No, we didn't.
I meant
Dwarves
these two.
don't fly.
Not with that.
Well, not with that attitude.
And I say in Dwarvish,
They, they do when you throw them.
That's one approach.
I snarl at him.
All right, then. Are you all taking your
What
helmets
does
off?
that sound like?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or is this just new accessory for you?
I'll put them back in the box.
All right,
Make sure
then.
my hair's alright.
Morko gathers up the helmets and puts them back in the box. Amaryllis fixes her hair. And you come to this door. And this door is brightly coloured, painted with bright primary colours and covered in paper streamers like you get from a party popper, for example.
Okay.
Oh God.
That'll be really the price
Vile.
of the noisemakers then, I guess.
Wait a moment. Can any of you still hear the ghost?
And as if on cue, you hear, "Help! Help! I'm trapped in here!" And the pounding sound again.
Oh, is
Can
it
you
from this door?
describe your location?
It's not from this door. It sounds
Wow.
distant.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm guessing the 5 brightly coloured noisemakers go with this little weird party door.
And you would be correct if you take one of the noisemakers out and spin it round. It makes a really
Oh
annoying
god,
noise.
another happy
And the door
thing.
creaks open.
But be careful, would you? This big gentleman here, he doesn't like noise.
And
I mean, he doesn't seem to like much of anything, to be honest.
inside this space, the room decorated with colourful banners and filled with dozens of balloons in bright colours. On the ceiling and on the floor, strewn about the space.
I'm getting it vibes from this place.
At one
with you,
corner,
Argo.
there's a bunk bed. 3 beds stacked atop each other, with a small ladder on the side to climb up. And on the inside
Only a
of the
room with a
couple of
bed,
chairs.
but
3 beds, in fact.
Yeah. This is
Someone's going to have to share with the big tall one. Can be the little
Take the
spoon.
balloon.
I've not stayed in many hostels, but this is very discombobulating.
Yes. From everybody's experience of anywhere you've ever stayed ever, this is not normal.
For me, this was a Tuesday. This
Even
was the
Raska's
least
fairly
strangest
confident this
places
isn't
I've
normal.
Yeah. Oh no. Alright. Does anything happen when I step in? Was it
Nope. You have to kick aside a couple of the balloons that are on the floor, but
I have what I wanted from this room. I have a balloon. I want to rub the balloon on my chest for a while.
stick it to the
I
ceiling.
mean, I don't think it's that kind of adventure.
Then after a while, I'm going to hold it to the dwarf's beard.
yes.
You get like a little zap and a squeak, and the mouse just falls to the floor.
Actually, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to hold it above Raska's head. Oh, we can't. He's really tall.
If my mouse falls to the floor, I punch someone.
I don't think Raska has hair.
And yes.
No,
you
exactly.
You
No,
spend
it
a
would be
few
quite funny
moments.
it would be quite funny if you did it. Some small hair sort of came out of his head, and you're like, what? It's retractable for like the winter
Yeah, just one.
You spend a few moments generating some static electricity, and as you hold it up to the dwarf's beard, some of the beard hairs stick to it. One
Wonderful.
rather rough beard hair pops it, unfortunately.
Oh.
But hey, there's plenty more balloons inside.
I mean, I think it was like a one-trick joke, to be honest. I don't think so much
Oh,
longevity.
joke. Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to assume that was the intention.
I got the laugh out of one of you. I'll take that, I guess.
I assume that was laughing.
What's in this room then? Is the ghost in here? No,
Lots
right,
of
let's go
balloons.
then.
Someone doesn't like the happy room.
Surprisingly,
Two-
the grumpy dwarf.
But that wailing.
3 of
is-
us lie on the bed, maybe?
Well, I mean, it worked so well last
Oh, hold
time.
on.
When,
Well, there's 3
when the
beds and 2
interactive room-
chairs, so that's kind of 5.
I walk in, kicking the balloons, grumbling and moaning, and just sit down really heavily on this seat, going,
Okay.
Fair enough.
I hear Moko talk about the bed, and it looks like it's got a handle, so I just reach down and lift it up.
Yeah, you can lift the bed. It does not seem like it's a proper handle. And you hold it up for a couple of seconds. The rung you're grasping snaps off, and the bed
I
clatters
feel
back
like there
down to
was
the floor.
I feel like there was a miscommunication somewhere. Would you just go sit on the chair over there?
Unfortunately, won't fit on the bed. Go sit in that chair.
Yeah.
I stamp on some balloons.
They pop.
I wonder if
he's going to love
there's
that.
5.
He's going to be laughing, isn't he? He's going to be walking around the room while randomly just going,
Yeah. Like real life.
So with the sound of Raska popping balloons.
I'll hop up to the top bunk.
Okay. Moko hops up to top. Timeless, Amaryllis. What do you
I'd
guys do?
say to Amaryllis, well, you seem to be rather sensible. That noise is not coming from this room, is it? Can you?
No, it sounds like
Oh,
it's
where
coming
is it
from
coming from?
upstairs, if I had to guess. But I have a feeling if we came here and we were told by the mannequin at the door that we were brought here for a reason, maybe the reason is to have a bit of fun. So why not make the most of this place, eh?
Well, I mean, how much fun are you actually having?
None.
More than a dwarven friend over there.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying. However,
would-
the giant's
Everything
demeanour
done-
appears to have changed.
Pop.
There's something for everyone. Our dwarven friend seems to like
Yeah.
food. Maybe we'll find something that will cheer them up. Maybe a banquet. Who knows?
Yes, but we're being offered free rooms here if we find this ghost, and so far, I've not really been that impressed with any of the rooms.
There is something very wrong upstairs. I sense it. It is close and then far away. It doesn't want to be here. Perhaps
Ghost.
that's the ghost.
And
Perhaps that's one of us.
Yeah, I think it's probably the dwarf.
as
Yeah, the
you're
dwarf's got so much negative
talking-
energy that he's basically become undead.
as you're talking in this corridor, you see a small procession coming down the corridor, led by a young man with a baseball bat on his shoulder, and behind him, 3 people carrying a big tray between them. On this tray is a massive cake with a number of candles in it. And they step around you, walk into the room, and then they look around the room.
Birthday.
We should
Which
probably
is-
move.
Strangely
I
empty.
step back in and ask, is that free cake?
And as you step in, they all turn to you, and the one in front, the one with the baseball bat, counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'll go,
no.
Smoky Pognons Voju, Smoky Pognons Voju, Smoky Pognons Nikrushka, Smoky Pognons Voju. And then they all
Okay.
cheer haphazardly. And then one of them offers
Brush
you a
up on
cake.
my Swedish.
Do we get free cake? Do we get free cake?
They do offer you the cake after their song.
Do they notice the myriad of popped balloons? in the room?
Happy Mork Bog Day to you too.
Was it
They don't appear to.
was it in Dwarvish?
It was not in Dwarvish. It wasn't in
Take
a
some
language
cake.
anybody here understands.
Ah.
But if you think you might be able to pick out some words, you can make an intelligence check. An investigation.
No, I'm just
actually,
eating
I think would be
cake.
better. Not the dwarf who is eating cake, but those of you who consider yourselves intelligent.
I'm
and
going to
Paul,
make
when
a
he's
roll
done
because I
laughing,
need to actually pass one today.
I need to
An
roll something.
investigation. Yeah.
Investigation.
Yes.
Oh.
Somebody's looking good.
Oh, you see, steal my thunder, why don't you?
I mean, that's exactly why I play games with you.
Yeah. Morco and Timeless, you understand a song that you've heard in countless taverns in countless languages over the years. They are singing Happy Birthday, and they seem to be singing it to somebody called Scooter, who's clearly not in the room.
Scooter gets around.
And then
He
the dwarf
didn't
comes out of the
collect
room
it.
eating cake.
Right.
Why do I have a feeling the ghost is called Scooter?
Yeah, maybe Scooter is this missless person that's trapped.
We'll have to
Yeah,
find out.
Is that cake I see you eating?
That might be why you got the S in the space room.
Ah,
Everything seems to be Scooter related.
The small procession of people comes walking back out to the room, and as they do, they offer each of you cake from the large tray.
Fine.
hey.
Thank you.
Let them eat cake.
As I say, is Scooter around?
They ignore you and carry on walking.
How rude.
So, Eberg, you had some tasty cake. You got a smile for us? That was a
Still eating
happy
cake.
grumble.
Yeah, I don't know dwarves
think
very
that's
well.
a yes.
Perhaps that was it.
I just turn around and say, I am happy.
Yeah, the dwarves, they biologically, they lack cheek muscles, so they cannot smile.
I clap and hold my hands in the air in a victorious gesture as I walk off.
Right, let's try and... So we're heading upstairs?
Yes, I believe so.
Be
As we're
careful.
walking along, I sort of say to whoever's next to me, why does everyone keep asking whether I'm happy or not?
Oops.
Anyone could answer.
Is he just miserable all the time?
Oh, hey, what happened there?
And heading up the stairs, Moko. I assumed the others followed because it was easier than
Yeah.
putting on two
Yeah.
separate maps, honestly.
So, back to door number 1.
And you see more rooms here.
Is the shouting louder up here?
Not really. Sounds about the same, strangely.
Has
Are
it
you
been 10
sure it's
minutes?
upstairs?
Sorry.
No, probably not. You didn't spend that long in the birthday room. In that case, you'd definitely know that your divine sense would be triggering.
Very good.
You're sensing something in this room, and then not here, and then in this room, and then not here.
And I say to the others,
Up here. This room.
I guess we're checking out that room first.
I mean,
Well.
standing in the middle of the hall, there we go. What's the door on this one look like?
It's a large wooden door covered in ivy, and intertwined in the vines of the ivy are many different sorts of sweets. Candy canes and sugary sweets all cover the space, all cover the ivy here. A small knot in the ivy forms almost the shape of a hand.
who's
Tried
got the
to eat one of the
box?
candy canes.
We've only got the axe left that we haven't used, isn't it?
Do we use the hatch wheel?
No, you haven't used the
No, I haven't used
So-
the hatch wheel, and
Ow.
we've not used the axe yet.
you haven't used the hatch wheel. You haven't used the axe, and you haven't used the brass key.
Oh,
I
cool.
just ran into
Yes,
my
of
desk,
course.
and it was quite painful. One second.
I feel like I might need something from the
We should be
room.
running around while DMing. Yeah.
Sit down.
Sorry, Croy's been teaching me that I need to get up and be active every so often, so I just had to go and pick something up, and then I came back slightly too quickly.
Do I have any
I would go with the axe, given the wooden ivy.
Seems
So,
to be a hand.
good
way
approach.
wanting to be given something.
Do you offer the axe to the hand?
Yes, and then I'll step away out of its reach because I don't trust it.
Nope. It doesn't even take the axe off you. As you place the axe into its hand, it just stays there, completely still.
Perhaps we should check one
Alright.
of these other rooms first. Maybe there's something in here we could give to the hand.
Possibly.
Each time we've used one of these keys, we've got it back, right? So we still have the red tickets and the green ticket, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the keys you've used so far, you've got them back.
Did we get the snake back?
You did not get the snake back, in fact.
We have to go catch another one.
Check out another door.
What's the one across the hall from it look like?
This is a solid, essentially a solid plank of wood covers the doorway. There's no...
Ah, I think this
Handle
might be the actual. This might be the actual. I mean, even if it isn't, it is.
So technically, yeah, the axe will
It's
probably
just
open a number of doors.
Does the axe open?
Do you think they'd
I'm
mind?
not how you're applying the axe.
Yeah, destroying the door with the axe. I mean, somebody might want to use this room.
Raz, do
They
you
gave
wanna
us
do
an
that?
axe.
It wasn't an option of keys.
But they also gave us a snake.
Yes.
Well, you didn't kill the snake, so
Didn't, but we also didn't hammer it against the door.
no, but that's not what you do with a snake. Usually.
Oh,
Do what feels right, Moko.
well, I think this Midlands might surprise you.
I take a step out the way.
Yeah. Raz, do you want to do the honors? Or Ebert? Anyone?
As can do it.
It seems to be the kind of thing the big fella might be interested in.
Let me look at that axe. It is inferior, but it might just do the job.
And that's wheeled. Does it look like is it just going to be a case of chopping through this bit of wood, or has it actually got a place
it's
to
an
rest it?
axe. It looks like the sort of axe you'd use to chop down a tree, and it's a solid plank of wood. There's no grooves or alcoves.
Yeah.
You could make a fair assumption that you can probably chop it down.
Yeah, he's not stupid. He's realised what's going on, and he's looking for keyhole just before he smashes it because he's got a modicum of intelligence.
If you're like, oh wait, there's a false bottom on this box
It is
of
a
keys, and
completely
there's
flat.
a jigsaw underneath.
It's a completely flat plank.
So I stand slightly to one side. Is it a single-handed wood axe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of stand slightly to one side, and then in my right hand, I just swing it back and put it in parallel to the floor into this.
Go ahead and make a strength roll.
There you go.
Hey. It's like a
20
skeleton.
for 24.
That'll do it. You reel back and slam the axe into the door, and the door shatters into various splinters. And looking through the space, you see a small campsite, a fire pit, a couple of tents. There's a box closed that seems to hold some items, and a large log to sit on.
I heard a story about a wizard who lived in a mountain once. It sounded a lot like this. Will I go in?
I just kind of walk in.
What? It sounded like a camp in the wood. That's a weird story. I once heard about a serenading band of lumberjacks.
Is this
And stretching
coming
out
along,
past
Timeless?
this campsite, the landscape seems to go on forever. It
So no
seems to
extra
be
room that we-
as if you've gone outside within this hotel.
Yeah. Oh,
But-
Raska, I bet you can't find the end of it.
Raska, immediately trying, bumps into an invisible barrier about 30 feet away from the door.
Can I
Invisible
do
walls.
perception check to see if there's any sort of monkeys about to jump on us or any kind of beasts about to jump out?
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
tents?
An intense situation in these tents.
No.
roll for monkey business?
8.
I have a look inside the tent as well.
You don't seem to detect any sort of monkey. Ebook, make me a perception check.
Great.
Yeah, also no monkeys on your end. It looks like a tent with a couple of bedrolls in it, similar to what you'd use to camp outside.
Is this box by the log, is this locked?
No, it opens up and seems to be the supplies of another tent in there.
Hmm.
Is the
Make me an,
campfire warm?
investigation check.
Sorry.
Amaryllis, while you're rooting through that box. And Timeless, no, it seems to be cold, but it's set up as if to be able to start a fire.
Right.
Free.
No, it looks like the supplies for a tent. Underneath, there's a rolled up bedroll.
There's more tent supplies.
If you wanted
have
the
a look.
experience of camping, why not just camp?
Well, this is more glamorous.
Like some kind of glamping.
No, that name will never catch you.
That is rubbish, yeah. Hmm.
Well, shall we check in the room if we can't find anything else here?
Yes. Yes.
And as you turn around to leave, Timeless and Raska, the door has sealed behind you.
Oh, bloody hell.
I get my
Can we-
axe
Can
and
we see the door? Or is it like, are we like outside now?
The door's still there. The
Okay.
section of wall around the door's still there, but otherwise, nature.
I slam the axe into it again.
Yeah. You quickly slam the axe into it, it shatters again, and you step out.
I quite like this door.
Yeah, I think we should all get out before it closes up again and someone gets left behind.
It's the best
This
feature
is
of the
a
room,
very
that
good
door.
idea.
Yeah. Grumpy, you coming?
This is getting a bore now.
Yes, I'm beginning to agree.
What we want is in that room there.
But to
And
get
a
into
point.
that room,
But I don't think it is, because the voice isn't coming from that room, is it?
It's not coming from any room. Kick the door in.
Sorry, Amaryllis, I
use one of
interrupted you.
these.
Yeah, you
Perhaps-
reel up to kick at this door, and your foot slams into it. It's solid metal. There's a small window in it, and peering through the window, you see coral, fish, a man in diving gear walking around.
Man in diving gear.
Yep,
Oh, what's the keys noise making?
It's the hatch. It's with the hatch wheel, won't it?
yes.
Yes.
On the door, there's a small space that accepts the hatch wheel.
Well, put up
Do we
the
really
hatch.
want to open this door?
I go to see the I go to put the helmet back on my head.
Yeah, the helmet fits on your head.
I have confidence that this place won't flood with all of this water if we open the door.
Why? Why do you have confidence in that?
I'll put the
Put the
helmet on. as
helmet's
well, but I
on.
mean- Yeah, because I have a
good
feeling
question.
even if the water doesn't come out, if we want to go look in the room, we have to go into the water.
I can hold my breath. I'll put the thing on and try to-
And Morko slips on a helmet. The rest
Yeah.
of you, do you want to put helmets on, or are you going to hold your breath?
Don't you insult my accent.
Yeah.
But that is what I do.
Yeah.
I insult your
This
accents.
is this is how the party dies. I
Water, for a
estimated my
change.
lung capacity.
I'm going to open
I'll
it.
stay outside here,
Alright
just
then.
in case the door shuts, because we don't know if there'll be a hatch wheel on the other side.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Decide whether you think it's a good idea or not.
I take the helmet and I put it on.
Yep. And again, it expands to fit your head. And some of you being suitably attired, and some of you saying you'll hold your breath, trust your lung capacity. Ebert, are you opening the door?
Yep.
All right then. So you take out the hatch wheel and fit it into the door, and you spin it round, unscrew it. The door swings outwards. And as you look inside, without the thick glass of the door in the way, you start to realise there's no water in here. There's some coral, sure. There's some fish painted on the walls. There's a couple of bunk
get
beds
in.
covered in layers of netting. And there's a man in diving gear making swimming motions with his hands, walking around the room.
I smile very
Well, that's
smugly
just
at everyone
weird.
wearing a helmet.
Door's locked.
Oh, hang on. My apologies.
What are you doing?
Everybody immediately squeezes in. He makes a swimming motion, turns around to you, and points at you and makes swimming motions again.
I
wave.
mime.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, I'll do swimming motions as well. I don't know.
And as you do, he turns to you, Morko, and carries on making swimming motions and goes, "Hello, my name is Vern.
Hello, Vern. I am Moko.
Do you like my underwater room?"
It is quite thematic and nautical and such.
He's making
Did you
swimming
do this all
motions the
yourself?
entire time.
Can I do an insight
Did you
check
do
on
this
this
all-
guy? Is he
Yeah,
is
go
is
ahead.
he is he an inmate?
He might just be
18.
he might just be a boat boy.
He definitely seems like he's been here a while. But
Yeah.
the marionette downstairs said that she only gave you keys to empty rooms, so
Oh, that's
she's not a resident. Maybe he's just part of the scenery.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's just a prop.
Can we see a face through the diving helmet?
Yeah, there's a perfectly normal human face in there. He smiles
Yeah.
at you as you peer through. He carries on making swimming motions.
I
Vern, are
reached
you a
forward.
guest here?
No, I work here. I'm the diving instructor.
I reach forward and grab his hand.
And he, as you grab his hand, he just carries on swimming with his other hand, slightly more frantically.
Have you seen Scooter?
He points at you and makes a swimming motion again with his free hand.
And I hold the other hand. I do this with my other hand.
And once you start making swimming motions, he looks to you and goes, "Who? I don't know who Scooter is.
That makes
Is he a
change.
resident here? Have you checked the other rooms?"
Is it too late to come back as a reroll as a druid so I can wild shape into a shark?
It might not end well for you.
Yeah. On account of the fact there is no water here.
He doesn't know that.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is there a big chest behind him?
There is a big chest behind him.
We're just trying diplomacy first.
Are these bunk beds?
Yes. The bunk beds, the three highlight the ones in the birthday room, covered in fake netting and a couple of fake fish.
Do you ever leave this room?
No, I'm the diving instructor. Why would I go anywhere else?
Did you know that you can swim in a room downstairs?
He only makes he
I'm
only
gonna
talks to you
use-
while you're making the swimming
Oh,
motions.
I'm doing this, and I'm using I'm going to try and persuade him to leave the room,
All right,
to go
then.
downstairs to use the
Go
room.
ahead and roll
downstairs.
persuasion.
Oh, ooh,
He
7.
makes his swimming motions and rolls his eyes out and goes, "Why would I go anywhere else? This is the underwater room. I'm swimming in here."
I think the problem is this is his job. It's not that he likes doing. It's like he wants to explore the boundaries of actual fake swimming. Like,
Can I
I'm
try
going
and
to
push?
stop.
Oh, you go.
No, you go. You go. Trust me.
I try and push past him, then
Yeah.
get behind him.
And he makes the swimming motions and bounces off to one side, and you walk past him. He wiggles his arms if he's trying to hold his position in the water.
Oh,
And I step over the chest. Is that plant? Does that plant look like it's anything particular?
It looks like a plant. You don't recognize it. It's a strange red colour, but it looks like a plant.
Can I pick a leaf off it while I'm next to it?
Yeah. And you reach down and snap a leaf off,
eat it.
and it's wooden.
Oh,
Oh.
I want to paddle in
You got
front
your
of
axe.
I want to paddle in front of the guy and just say to him, "Do you believe we're underwater right now?"
Of course, we're in the underwater room. That's why we're swimming.
I stop paddling, and I go in my
I
bag,
take off my helmet.
and I take out a
No
torch,
change.
and I light it, and I hand it. I put it into his hand.
He
Stop
holds it in
paddling.
one hand and swims with his other hand and goes, "Oh, an underwater torch, ingenious."
Oh my!
I push him from behind, towards him, and then I gesture towards Amaryllis and say,
This chest.
Yes.
I will have a look at this chest and see. If
I'm
this
just wondering.
chest
This is
possible.
the guy in the diving suit. Does he have any pipes coming out of his diving suit?
No, he's just
Ah.
wearing a helmet.
I just wanted to see what happens if you cut his pipe. Like, really, like fake drowning and then just like, floating in the void.
It's just a helmet and loose cloth diving suit, and
I'm gonna put that on the feedback.
where you would assume pipes would attach, he's just left the holes open. And Amaryllis,
Disappointing.
you walk over to this chest, and as you reach down to try it, it just opens up. It's empty. It's made out of cheap wood. Just painted to look like a fancy chest.
I imagine that in his mind, some bubbles come out of it.
Well, unfortunately, you're not psychic and do not know that.
He's also not a goldfish.
Or this room was weird.
Alright, let's try the other one.
He yells
Yeah,
like,
I guess a bit of
bye,
brass
as you
key.
all leave.
Yeah. The brass
How was
key.
anybody meant to get any sleep in that room with him clumping around all the time?
Question for the ages. Okay, and yeah, you walk up to this room, and the door looks like a regular door. It's got a small handle, a keyhole,
Ah.
and you take out the brass key and slip it into the keyhole and turn it. It turns like a key shut, and the door opens.
This is kind of boring compared
And-
to the rest of them.
Inside
Just found
an
my
in-room, presumably,
Finally,
uh,
finally, a normal room.
2 small beds, a simple wooden nightstand, a small desk, a light hanging above it. Looks like every room in every inn you ever walked in, except this one.
Doesn't feel right.
No, that's an accurate judgment.
I'd like to search the room for an oddity. There has to be an oddity.
Okay. Roll investigation as you search the room for an oddity.
Yeah, I'll join in as well.
All right then,
You playing?
go ahead and both roll. Or someone roll with advantage. It's your choice.
Never mind.
You probably both roll. Yeah, you both you stumble around the room, bumping into each other a couple of times, but eventually both end up at the desk, and on the desk in plain view is a notepad. Written on the top of the notepad, Gertrude visits next week.
The plot thicken. Not only do we not
No
know what
ghost.
week we're in, we don't know who Gertrude is.
There is not a ghost in this room.
Are there any other pages in the notebook that are written on?
You flick through and it's empty other than this top page.
Can I rip that page? Is there any writing implement?
Yeah, there's a small pencil next to it.
I'm gonna rip that page out and then write on the note, write a new note saying, "Scooter, are you in here?"
Okay.
And rip that
Who
page
could
out.
give us a sign?
Maybe if we give this to the hand, it will pass it through the door. Who knows at this point? This place is weird.
Okay, so you have a small piece
What
of
about
paper
the-
with a message to Scooter written on it.
What about the chest?
It's just a nightstand. There's a small drawer in
Ah.
it. You open the drawer and browse off inside. There's just a small book in there.
Small book. What kind of book?
You flick
Gideon's
through it. It
Bible.
seems to be a primer on the fates of Faerun.
Alright. At least it's sort of thematically appropriate. Yeah.
I would like to put the note in the hand.
Okay. And the hand doesn't accept it. It just falls to the floor when you let go of it.
I hold the hand.
Nothing.
I shake it.
I mean, this is
Still
the
nothing?
thing is, this is the one room that's occupied because we have 7 keys and there's 8 rooms,
Mm.
Yes, true.
so we won't have.
I
a
had a
key
quick
for it
lay
because
down
it's
on the
not
bed.
occupied.
Ebert
Can we
walks
try-
in and lays
yeah,
on the bed.
Can we try? We
Feels like a bed.
Can we try and pick the hand?
I was considering it.
You want to try and pick the hand?
I have
Okay.
proficiency in thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Roll for
Between us
thieves' tools.
Roll for thieves' tools.
You poke the hand with your lockpicks. It doesn't seem to do anything.
Why is that saying I'm not proficient?
Why would you expect? Why would you expect that to work?
At this point, anything could work in this place.
Maybe we should try the axe.
I'm going downstairs. Maybe that doll thing knows something.
Can we just kick that room in? We can't get
Knock
in.
on the door.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Knock, knock, knock.
There doesn't seem to be any response to your knock.
I put a red ticket in the hand.
The hand just holds it out to you.
We just try each of the keys just to be sure.
Well, if you want to spend a few minutes, you collectively try each of the keys. While you do
take
that,
that long.
we'll go to Raska, who goes downstairs. Raska. You go downstairs on your own.
And I go to the front desk. And I say to the marionette thing,
There's something in the room. I know where your ghost is, but I can't get in.
Oh. What? How do you know?
I have affinity with such things.
You have an affinity with empty rooms?
Give me a key, please.
I gave you all the keys. I gave you a box of keys.
This door does not open.
Well, then somebody else is in there. I can't give you a key to somebody else's room.
and I walk back upstairs again.
Fair enough. And Morko, you've gone through the box and tried every key you have. You no longer have a live garter snake, you left it in a door, but you try all the other keys and none of them seem to do anything. Oops.
I take out my dagger and I poke the tip on the palm of the hand.
It doesn't react.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Oh,
It's just the tip. You didn't do anything more.
always just the tip.
Can I try and just stick a boot to the door?
Yeah, roll strength.
That's one way to do it.
Oh!
4 for 8.
You bounce off the door.
I guess this means that we're paying for our rooms this evening.
Are there any seams in the door that that note that I wrote could fit through?
Not really. Maybe at the bottom. If you want
Try and
to
squidge that
try
note
and
into the door.
squeeze it through. Yeah. You push it through the door. Doesn't seem to be any response.
I hold one of the red tickets out towards the door.
Already been done.
The tickets that we got when we came in, not the tickets in the box.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
It just takes it in the hand and then hands it back to you.
Does anybody have any cake left? This
No.
door, maybe give it to me. Do I have any candy floss left?
No, I think you ate it all on the way.
I have a bit of cake left. I'll try and give it some cake.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hand does not like the cake.
I'm going to try and lick the candy cane that's on the door.
Yeah, eat it.
Tastes like peppermint.
Minty.
Okay, so remind me what's on the door. So we've got candy canes.
Various candies and sweets, essentially. So candy canes, some sugary sweets, and a few licorice all sorts.
I think we need that hand. Whatever's in there doesn't have a hand. We can shake the hand with the dead hand.
Maybe we could melt the door.
Where is...
I'll go get my torch back off the diver. I'll hold out the door.
All right, then.
What are the walls made of around the door?
Regular wood, pretty much.
I'm being careful.
It's wooden planks. They're fairly well built, but
I'm being very careful not to set the entire building on fire.
I go back downstairs and talk to
you
the marionette.
touch the torch to the door, and as you do, some of the ivy catches fire. burns off a little bit.
Oops.
But doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh, so we're not burning the hostel down.
Naraska, you head back downstairs and speak to Ramona at the front desk.
The person in that room is dead. Can I break into the room, please?
There's a dead person in one of the rooms? How do you... Which room?
The one at the end on the left.
She looks around on the desk for a few minutes. Oh! I was wondering why I had all these sweets here.
Oh, I'm so
And
hungry right now.
she comes out with a big tray of cupcakes, and on the edge are 5 candy canes. She hands this tray over to you. They're a little stale, but I'm sure Gertrude will still like them. I forgot she was coming this week.
Who is Gertrude?
She's one of our guests. She likes sweets. She always books a sweet.
I see.
And I turn round with this and walk back up the stairs.
All right. And the rest of you, trying various ways to open this door, suddenly see Raska coming up the stairs with a large tray of cupcakes and candy canes.
Snacks.
No,
I think
try
yeah.
this.
And I hold them out to whoever's at the door.
I'll just cram one into the hand.
Yeah, because you want sweets.
A cupcake or a candy cane?
Both.
Gotta do
Fair
the
enough.
cupcake first.
You shove them in.
There's candy
The
canes
frosting of the
already.
cupcake gets all over the hand, and then the candy cane, the hand accepts it, and the door swings open.
I mean, the hand could probably just grab the candy cane from the
And-
door. Jeez.
Inside, you step into a space that is enormous. I'm just watching all the players load. 1 second. There we go. Step into this enormous space. Ahead of you, you see a cottage off in the distance, the walls made of various gingerbreads and candies. In front of it, a large pink ooze with crystals sticking out of it. It seems to be moving around this house slowly.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't look pleasant. Maybe we should try and sneak to the building before it sees us.
What do you mean, sneak?
Like this, and I crouch my knees, and I try and sneak towards the building.
We could just
Yep.
kill it.
Make a stealth check, Amaryllis.
16.
16. Yeah, you easily. You can walk past it and get to the door of the space. I'll ask directly for the sake of it rather than posting in the True Comfort chat, but is everyone okay to carry on going for like 30 minutes? We're right at the
Yeah.
end and it's pointless starting another
Yeah.
section for this.
Go for it.
Yeah.
As long as everyone's okay to stay awake a bit longer.
We had a power nap.
Amaryllis gets towards the door. Oh, I wish I could have a power nap.
I just have liquid power nap.
That's true. Could have got some of that too, actually. I went to the shop earlier and didn't. Nonetheless, you watch Amaryllis sneak through this space. And the ooze thing doesn't seem to react. You see it curve off behind the back of the cottage. Ebert, can you roll a stealth for me as you move forwards?
Sorry. Yeah, normal Angie roll of stealth there.
And you step forwards and join Amaryllis at the door. And the rest of you, you watch Amaryllis sneak forwards and Eberk, slightly more clumsily, but gets forwards.
Do we need another key for that door?
I was gonna say, can I try and test quietly and gently if this door is locked or not.
It's not locked. You start to crack it open and definitely opens.
Where's the big purple ooze right now in relation to the path?
You saw it walk around the back of
Disappear around the-
You saw it
yeah.
ooze around the back of the cottage.
Okay.
You haven't seen it ooze back around the corner yet.
I'm
Okay.
going to keep the door closed for now.
I'm just
Try
going
take
to...
a peek.
Sorry.
Somebody? Amaryllis?
Yeah, I was gonna say I just want to try and take a peek through the window without being seen.
Yep, just make me another stealth check. Yeah, easy enough for you. You peer through the window, and inside is a small interior of a cottage. There's a couple of beds. There's a lot of suites around, a lot of shelves that are dusty and have various things upon them. At the far end of the room, a female ghost, floats and seems to be sorting through things from the shelf. And she holds something in her hand, and she's sticking bits of candy off the shelves and off the walls onto this thing in her hand.
Ooh.
You also catch glimpse of the ooze starting to move around through the other windows.
I panically gesture at everybody, beckoning them to get over here.
Get over here.
I try and crouch down like we were showing and try to kind of waddle across.
All right then.
Yep.
Roll stealth if you're
Sure.
moving across.
Alright. Stealth.
God.
Yeah, that follows well.
What could possibly go wrong?
This is why you do stealth group check.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you mostly make it across. Morco coming up the rear, you see Raska's battle axe is about to clang against a metal part of his belt, and you just quickly stick your hand in the way and block it from making too much noise. And
Thank God.
you all make it to the door.
I'm going to open the door when
Yeah.
everyone gets to it.
And
I like what I'm seeing through the window.
No.
you open the door and step into the gingerbread cottage.
Um,
You see inside a ghost against the shelf at the back, plucking bits of candy off the walls and off the shelves and sticking them onto what seems to be a large grey box in a hand. She doesn't seem to react to you coming in.
Is this the ghost we've been looking for?
It's not making the help me noises, is it?
Oh no, of course it's not.
Help, help, I'm trapped. Seems to be coming from the box that the ghost is holding.
Oh.
Ooh.
And a whisper, should we kill it?
Nice. And Rask says,
You shouldn't be here.
She turns around and looks at him and goes, I've paid for the room. Oh, you brought cupcakes. She
Yes.
quickly floats over to you. To whoever's holding the cupcake tray currently.
me still
Probably
probably.
still be Raska, yeah. She floats over to you and takes one of the cupcakes off the tray and starts to eat it.
Can I try and persuade her to pass through to the next realm?
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion.
define persuade.
I say to her,
Think of some good words.
You,
Time you be going.
you have not finished your journey. The room and the place that you find yourself around is not where you are meant to be. Your room is further afield. Look and you will know it's true. Fuck's sake.
10.
Yeah, she nods at you and goes, okay then. And she slowly picks up all the cupcakes. She drops this thing in her hand onto the table and picks up more of the cupcakes, and then you just see her fade away. And all the cupcakes fade away. You're left holding an empty tray.
I just stare incredulously. I can't believe that worked.
She hasn't actually faded away because I clicked the wrong button.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Wow.
This box, then, that she's dropped.
Yeah.
Can I lift that up? Is that how big is it?
It's about a foot cube. It's made out of some sort of grey metal material from the feel of it. And stuck about it are various sweets and candy canes and such that seem to have come off the walls of this building.
I'll stick it on the table in front of me. And I'll look for a clasp or a latch or something.
Make an investigation check.
My special... No, it's not actually, is it?
Among my specialities.
Oh!
Yeah, you look it over for some time. And there's a big number 9 engraved on the top.
Oh,
But that's about all you can tell about it.
I traced that number 9 with my finger. What do you think this means?
I think it means 9.
What, as in no?
Or an upside down 6.
Maybe it's a B or a Q.
Did this room have a number on it? The door to the room, I mean.
It would have had an 8 on it. This is
An 8?
room 8.
8 plus 1 equals...
Oh, so we need to find
Maths.
a key for this last room.
Oh.
And it's a box. How do you open a box?
Is there a mechanism of some kind? I mean, I've just looked for one and didn't find it, did I?
Yeah, you couldn't find anything on it.
I don't know, perhaps one of you.
Quick,
Might
pass
be.
the box around.
Yeah.
Pass the parcel.
Wait a minute, I saw you holding some ingenious looking tools earlier.
You want me to lockpick a box?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a bit more sensible than lockpicking a hand.
Yeah, you're right. I'll give you that one.
Good. I'm glad you understand what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to see.
This is what thieves can sound like. We're kind of talking like we're Eastern European.
Takes 4 times longer than normal speech.
Yeah,
It's just trying to understand each other's accents.
yeah. Just all in the reason.
Yeah.
That's the
Look,
most common word in people.
you realise we can understand you, right?
Oh shit! I think they're on to us.
I've seen an excellent set of rules,
Yeah,
going completely
quick,
off topic,
Quick,
for
change the frequency.
for using Polari to speak thieves' cant, and it works
Oh.
surprisingly well.
Oh,
Nonetheless, that's irrelevant to
Yeah.
discussion. Amaryllis, as the
Give me a hand.
box is handed to you,
Yeah.
make an investigation check as you try and find a keyhole.
Okay, I'm so good at
Yeah.
investigating.
Just be like, oh no, I think they've cracked our thieves' count frequency. We should change the channel. And we'd be like, all right, geezer. Let's go pick open the lock on this box.
You
pets.
spin it around a bit, looking for a keyhole. There's a small line of text on the back. You
What does it say?
hold it up to your eyes and squint. It reads, "If found, return to lobby."
I bang my head against the box gently. Take it back to the lobby.
You hear inside the box, "Hey, somebody out there, I'm trapped in here."
Yeah, shut up, Scooter. We're
Banging.
saving you. Right, let's go back to the lobby and try not to get killed by that pink thing.
Could someone else look out the window and just see that I'm not the only one who sees a big pink thing outside the window?
Bend down
Doesn't
and
seem
look
to
out the
be
window.
moving. Yeah, you peer out. It seems to be engrossed in something.
It's eating a mouse.
And your head just snapped up immediately.
I checked my beard.
You still have a mouse in your bed. It's probably the same mouse. It's a bit hard to tell.
Oh no.
Let's
Oh,
we
yeah.
should make a run for it while it's distracted.
The ooze seems busy, so
Yeah. Leave it to it.
everybody
Hop, hop.
quickly nips out.
Hop, hop, hop.
It's probably eating the ghost's body or whatever.
And you all make your way out of the suite, back down to the
Sweet.
lower floor, to the lobby.
Treats for my sweet. That's old timer music.
And
I'd just like to point out that's before my time.
Yeah, it's like 100 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I got something for you, Lloyd.
Oh no.
whoa, we're still on stream. There are rules to uphold here.
Yeah.
TOS.
Oh, no, it's so funny. He was just showing me where his arthritis is worse.
Nice. Yeah, and coming back down to the lobby, you approach the desk where Ramona is sat. She looks up at you. Hello. Hello, you've all come back. Did you find my ghost?
Yes, it's in this box.
She looks at the box as you hand it over to her. Oh, this is room 9. And she taps on the lid of the box 3 times, and she puts it down on the floor in front of the desk. And you see as it starts to expand and becomes like a 3-foot square hall, and a staircase inside it leads down. And a couple of seconds later, a gnome walks up the staircase, looks around at each of you and goes, "That was fun." Turns back to the desk and goes, "Can I book that for 3 more nights?" And he hands over some tickets to Ramona at the desk and climbs back down the stairs.
Wait, before you go.
He sticks his head back
Your
up.
name's
Yes?
Scooter?
Yes. Pleased to meet you.
Yourself, Scooter.
Apparently, have a prize to collect in room 1.
I'll get around to it after my stay here.
Quick, push him down the stairs.
Why were you shouting for help?
You push him down the stairs. And as he tumbles down the stairs, he yells, "I couldn't get out!" And the box starts to fold up again.
It's worth it.
Excellent.
Ramona walks around the desk and picks it up and puts it on the top of the desk. Walks back around. Then looks towards you and goes, "Well, you seem to have solved my problem. Tell you what, I'll give you all 3 nights free here. Any room, your choice. And, a 50% discount on future stays with us. We'd like you to stay more. And she tears some tickets off a roll. And here's 5 tickets each. She hands each of you 5 red tickets.
Woo!
Ramona, I have to ask, why do you sit like you're almost horizontal? It can't be comfortable.
It's a problem with the joints in my neck. And you see she tilts her head so that it's vertical the way you'd expect it to be, and it just slowly tips to the other side.
Oh, no.
And having found Ramona's ghost, such as it were, that's where we'll leave this one.
What did I miss? I only went for a wee.
You picked the worst time because we were finishing.
Everything.
We found
Yeah.
Scooter.
I've been holding it for ages.
Yeah.
You'll have
we
to watch the
found
VOD back.
We found Scooter, and then he was pushed down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I
it
just
seems to be
weed.
basically at this place, the less questions you ask, the more it makes sense.
We've got us
That's
some
accurate,
free-
yeah.
We can stay in any of the rooms for free.
For 3 nights.
3 days.
Yep.
Oh good.
So
we
after 3
have
days
3
comp,
days.
50% discount on any future stays, and 5 red tickets each. Should mark the last one down, so that's actual loot.
I'm
4
having
days.
the floating room.
I say,
I'd suggest a normal
I'm
room, but I don't want to like Genevieve to randomly turn up in the middle of the night.
I'll have the balloon room.
I can't tell if we won or lost.
We definitely lost.
Well, what's important is that you took part.
That's it.
What's important?
I don't want to take the jungle room because I might get attacked by baboons again.
Going in the normal room.
Everybody's in the normal.
I believe you're sharing that with Morco. Then.
Yeah, I didn't pick the normal room because the dwarf has a certain odor about him.
Yeah.
That's
I
accurate.
do.
It's
Yeah,
mouse,
that's the smell of
mostly.
racism.
Well, that got dark real quick.
And mouse.
I might go for the
I stink.
lumberjack room because it's kind of non-threatening and
I'm gonna take the
And
balloon
fun to get
room
in.
and just pop the balloon.
yeah.
I was going to say, the balloon room was pretty non-threatening, wasn't it?
I mean, I don't know. Have you seen it?
And as you all retire to your various rooms, Raska happily floating away in his, we will end it there. And thank you for playing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, viewers, for watching.
Yes.
Oh.
and we did a one shot in one night.
Amazing.
It's like, I can imagine you just be like, no, this is just part one. Tomorrow we do the other building.
No, he
There are
said
further parts.
there
Yeah,
are,
I mean,
which he
like-
mentioned to me, which he's now popping into January's.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'd
So,
love to continue doing this.
If you're all
personally.
free at some point in January, we will continue and explore further parts of the Revelia.
I wasn't expecting it to
Yeah.
be as weird as it was, and I'm all for more of the weirdness.
What?
I do
You've
think
met
if
me,
anyone,
Paul.
I do think for this, if anyone gets replaced, they should coordinate with the person they're replacing. So, like, if what's it? Amaryllis can't make it. Like, if so someone else comes in and they just come in as if they've done the first part as Amaryllis, like in Amaryllis' place. Like, this is completely normal.
You have to have
Well,
just as bad
just changed your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just to liven things up. a
Surprise,
bit,
I was a
we'll just-
goblin
I feel like we did that actually when you had to step out of the
Oh, the November one.
DM Dave set that we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you got replaced by Strain's character who just appeared where you were. You didn't follow us into Dreamland, but Strain was there.
Yeah.
We can do anything we want.
Yep,
The
Fantasy,
advantage of
baby.
characters
that's how
with
D&D
masks.
works.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, well done, Kadari. That was a lot of fun and very peculiar, very peculiar. Kind of real throwback. I'm sure it's going to get a lot more sinister and dark and twisted, but it was it was a circus of sorts, I guess. That's fair to say.
We haven't even got to see the circus yet. We haven't managed to get to the Candy Floss, the Lost and Found, the meat place, the meat pie, and the Bloomy Hotel.
You got some meat pies, though.
Get to the petting zoo.
Yeah, and some candy floss.
Imagine what's going to be at the petting zoo.
Well, we still haven't actually figured out what was in the pies yet, have we?
No, they're in my bag.
Nobody asked.
No.
In the
Sometimes,
pies. Oh, it's just anthrax.
like Lloyd was saying, sometimes Lloyd was saying better not to ask too many questions. I think that holds for the food. So what's happening next then? What's going to be happening next on the channel? Tomorrow.
Blades tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's
Blades.
one of the last one of 2020.
Don't miss it, guys. Thank you for coming along today. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for any follows.
Santa hats.
Yep, Santa hats and all. Have a great one, and we'll see you again tomorrow for Blades in the Dark.
Yay! Whoop whoop.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.